Welcome back to Wrestling Renaissance. My name is TJ Leo, your predictions champion.
And my name is Cole 2K. In honor of what our results show is all about, in honor of TK, I'm wearing my Enjoy Coke shirt.
Coke is great. Coke is great.
That's not the Coke that is on honor of TK.
Fair.
Like I said, allegedly.
Maybe. Possibly.
Allegedly.
We cannot confirm nor deny.
I will not confirm or deny, just allegedly.
Indeed. This is Wrestling Renaissance. This is part 2 of our Mega Predictions episode. Today we are reviewing... what are we reviewing? WWE Evolution 2025.
Yes.
And all AEW All in Texas. Big shows. Lots to talk about.
All 8 hours. 7 hours. However many hours.
A lot of wrestling that weekend. It was like 25 hours total between everything in those 2 days. It's crazy. If you've never watched the show before every WWE, NXT, PLE, and AEW pay-per-view, for now, we talk about the build-up to the shows and make our official predictions. And then on subsequent shows like this one, we break down the results, see how we fared in our predictions, and rate each match on the Co-op Entertainment Review scale of 1 to 10. If you haven't seen part 1 of the Mega Predictions show, make sure you go do that. Because we talked about NXT and Great American Bash and Saturday Night's Main Event. So those have already been covered. So go check out our predictions for that, how it worked out, our ratings for the show, all that good stuff. Because we've done that already. So let's kick things off. Before we get in. Oh.
I don't know if you were about to say what I was about to say.
Yeah. What were you about to say?
Do we want a review of what the score is?
Sure.
Going in.
Do it. Do it up. You can't do it.
I can. I just got to pull up the results again.
He's keeping us all in suspense, ladies and gentlemen.
This may be the last time that I'm winning.
So you gotta take the wins when you get them.
I gotta take the wins when I get them. Speaking of wins when I can get them, when are we doing trivia again?
Yeah, you gotta defend that title.
I will easily beat that.
Yeah, historically, I have not been great at that. I don't know. We'll talk to our resident quizmaster, and we'll see what we can come up with.
All right. So going into day 2, I'm up 20-16.
20-16. All right. So
20-16.
I'm only 4 behind. I got to make up some ground. That's a huge gap in some ways, and in other ways it's not. In the way that it's not, there's a lot of matches to get through.
So and that could be one match where you guessed 4 and got it right, and I guessed any amount and I got it wrong.
Indeed, and there's a lot of bonus questions up for grabs. Who knows?
Yep. Who knows? Time will tell.
Indeed. So before we get into the specifics of Evolution, what are your top level thoughts on how the show went?
I don't want to give too much away, but no. I really enjoyed it. Crowd was super into it from the beginning to the end. Some parts of it surprised me from the crowd. Crowd was, crowd played a really big part. Some surprises. Top to bottom, it was a good, solid card.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I found it very contrasting, the juxtaposition of Saturday Night's Main Event versus Evolution. They are on total polar opposites of the quality spectrum for me.
Almost an unfair comparison.
Yeah, one's got commercials.
Yeah, because one's on network TV with commercials. But even still with...
But even with that.
But even with a regular WWE pay-per-view, there seemed to be less time in between the matches.
Yeah.
Maybe less. Maybe even less video packages.
Mm-hmm. Well, this one in particular, I think, took a little bit of a hit because it wasn't the typical 5-match format. They
True.
deviated from that. There was 7.
But they did also go longer. I think they went close to about 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. Yeah, it was a lot longer
yeah.
show. Yeah.
But
yeah.
it didn't seem like 3.5 hours.
Nope. It was a great show.
It flowed it flowed really well.
I think it was easily WWE's best PLE since WrestleMania. And by that I mean WrestleMania I think was the first they could have done better, you know. So let's say the best since Elimination Chamber, which I think was the last great show they've done, you know. Yeah. So it's been a while. So Evolution was great. But we'll get into the specifics of why shortly. So let's get into the first match, which was the Triple Threat Intercontinental Championship match between Becky Lynch defending against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Let's give our rating first and foremost. Three, 2, 1. Oh, look at that! Yeah, we got some high numbers to start things off. All right, I'm going to take this belt off because I remember how itchy it gets.
9, 8.
But it will return.
I hear. It probably will. We'll see.
So. We'll see. All right, let's get into the notes here. Once again, courtesy of NoDQ.com, so that I didn't have to write notes for 4 different shows. The 3 of them came out. Pretty standard entrances for all 3 of them. But the fans gave them a standing ovation when the match begun. They were super happy. That crowd was hot. They were ready for the show to begin. And these 3, everyone kind of knows at this point, just have a chemistry with each other. And so everyone was anticipating some greatness. So Bayley immediately sent Lyra out of the ring and went after Becky. The 3 brawled around the ringside area. Becky gained the advantage by sending Lyra into the steps and then giving Bayley an exploder suplex into the barricade, which looked pretty nasty. Back in the ring, Lyra came off the top with a crossbody to both women. Lyra went for a pin on Becky, but Bayley broke it up with a flying elbow. Bayley attempted a rose plant on Becky, but Lyra came off the top rope with a leg drop. Also crazy cool move. Each competitor took their turns hitting their signature moves, but their pins were broken up by the 3rd woman each time. Bayley hit the rose plant on Lyra, but Becky then pinned Bayley with a backslide. Sort of a spinning backslide.
Yeah, that pinning, how she got into that backslide was pretty damn cool.
Pretty unique, yeah. Great match.
Seen anything like that. Yep.
Yeah, great match. Becky, you're still your Intercontinental Champion. And as we saw, I believe on Raw, Bayley and Lyra had a sort of a number 1 contenders rematch. Really,
2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, that was weird. That part I was like, in the middle of the show to have a 2 out of 3 falls match. Okay, weird, but okay. Great match though, fantastic match that they had on Raw as well. And your winner, Lyra. So it looks like we're getting Lyra and Becky at SummerSlam.
Yep, Bayley's getting hosed out of another match at major pay-per-view.
Yeah, not really sure where Bayley goes from here. I don't know what the plan is.
I don't know.
I kind of wish it was just another triple threat match, to be honest with you. Like, just have a rematch of the triple threat.
Yeah, but not another one. I already have one.
There's a lot of those. Yeah, there is a lot of those. But I don't know. I don't know what you do with Bayley now. Maybe she takes a break. I don't know.
But I mean,
I don't have a prediction there.
I don't know. Maybe one of the NXT people come up soon and
feuds with Bayley.
I mean, Roxanne was having a feud with Bayley at one point.
Yeah.
Maybe they can reignite that. I don't know. I mean, as far as this match, it was. I mean, like you said, they've got chemistry. They were so fluid, all 3 of them together. You know, whether it's chaining from one person to another. They just move so fluid in there. They're so smooth, the 3 of them together.
100%.
Whereas like the tag team later on, the tag team match, you can just tell that they don't have much experience working together. Those 4 teams.
Oh, I
later
see.
on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
this was a great match to start off. Crowd was hot. Crowd stayed into it the whole time. Just a great match. I mean, nothing.
Great opener.
I mean, nothing really bad I can say. Obviously there's no perfect match, but I mean, this was really, really good.
Yeah, I the way I look at rating, like our rating scale, is deciding or describing it with wordplay, as we've talked about before. So, like, a 10 is a masterpiece. There's no such thing as perfect, but can't imagine it getting better. A 9 to me is amazing, and 8 is great. And I think it lands perfectly square in great for me. Didn't quite get to amazing. I thought Bailey and Lyra had an amazing match on Raw that kind of outclassed the triple threat, surprisingly. But that's nothing to take away from this match. This match was great.
Yep, it was.
So, how do we do on predictions?
Predictions. I'm afraid you were going to go here.
Uh-oh.
There it is. You thought Becky was going to retain, and I thought Bailey was going to win. So you got 6, and I missed 4.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Not nice. Not nice.
He bowls ahead. All right. And what was the bonus on this one?
Bonus on this one was 17 minutes. Over or under?
Over or under. Right. I don't remember our answers on this one, and I don't know how long the match went.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, sounds like I may have got another point.
All right. We both picked the over, and we missed it.
Oh, what was it, 16 minutes?
And 30 seconds.
Oh, wow. That's close.
16:30. I just came up with that number out of my head, and I guess that was a good number to go off of.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. All right.
So
let's get to...
good start for the ladies, and good start for you for the night.
Yeah. And we'll see if that continues. All right, next match was the NXT Women's Championship with Jacy Jayne defending against Jordynne Grace. Let's do our rating. Well, I'm in one of those situations where I'm like, do I go higher or lower? And my usual sentiment is go lower, so I'm going to have to go lower.
Okay.
But I think you'll be higher than me, but we'll see.
Think so?
3, 2, 1. Yeah, okay, you did go higher. Yeah, I was at a 7, but there's a reason I went one spot lower, which we'll talk about. Okay. All right, let's get to the descriptor here. Grace had a strong start in the match, but Jayne quickly turned things around in her favor. Nix and Henley took cheap shots when they had the opportunity. Grace used her power to fight back against Jayne. Grace delivered a sit-down powerbomb to Jayne, but Jayne kicked out. It was a nice powerbomb, too. Jayne avoided a Vader bomb and regained control with a twisting neck breaker. The match went back and forth with the two trading near falls. Henley tried to interfere, but Monroe gave her a headbutt. Nix grabbed the NXT Women's title, but was clotheslined by Monroe. However, Monroe accidentally, which it wasn't really accidental, hit Grace with the title while the referee was distracted, and Jayne scored the pinfall victory. After the match, Monroe handed the title over to Jayne and walked off, with the announcers theorizing that the belt shot was intentional. Okay, so can I lead this one?
Sure, absolutely.
I really enjoyed this match. I thought Jacy Jayne really sort of pushed me. Not pushed is not the right word. Convinced me as to why she's champion. I think she did really well in this match, and I think my expectations were kind of low after that tag match that they had at NXT Great American Bash. Yeah. So I came into this going like, all right, we'll see what happens. And she really changed my mind. I thought she did an absolutely fantastic job, and so did Grace. My problem is the finish was kind of it was way too foreshadowed for my liking.
Okay.
If you remember, they had a backstage segment where Jordan Grace was basically like begging Monroe to be back to come out to the ring with her for her
Yeah.
match, and Grace, or not Grace, and Monroe was like, she had to like really think about it, and then she got this like evil look on her face, like, oh, I know what I'll do,
Oh
and then she's
yeah.
like, sure, I'll help you, and I was like, okay, that was a little too telegraphed, all right,
Yeah.
and then in the match, the whole setup of uh, what was her name?
JC Jordan.
No, Nyx grabbed the NXT Women's title, and I'm like, okay, A, why is she grabbing it? I guess to give it to JC, I guess, even though the ref's up? I guess?
To get
Weird.
disqualified, maybe.
Oh, maybe to get DQ'd. Okay, sure. Um, and then Monroe took the title, but then she just stood there with the title. And I'm like, more telegraphing. It's not like she's walking away. It's not like she's looking innocent. Um, it just felt really, really, really telegraphed to the point where even the crowd was like, not super surprised. It just kind of that turn fell flat to me for whatever reason.
Okay.
So I didn't like that part. I do think that Blake Monroe should be a heel. I think she will make a much better heel,
I think so too.
but I just don't think the turn was a good turn is earned. And because she's only been here for like 3 weeks, it didn't feel earned. Like Grace was like, "Oh, you're my muscle bound beauty," or
Muscle
that's what.
Muffin.
Yeah, muscle muffin was
Muscle
uh,
Muffin
was
is
was
what Blake called
Grace.
her.
Yeah, and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, it just felt really manufactured because they didn't have a whole lot of time to build to this match. So I was like, oh man, they did it already. All right, I feel like it could have got. It would have been better with more build up to it. I think it was a little rushed to get here.
Yeah, it
Um,
kind of was, I guess. There's only so much they could do in 3-4 weeks
yeah, I
that
feel like
Blake's
maybe
been
they
there.
should have just pushed it. You know, push the turn a little bit further down the road. But you know, um, it is what it is. Like I said, the actual match itself, I really enjoyed. I just didn't like the finish.
Okay.
Thought it fell flat.
I mean, for
What
me,
about
the
you?
same thing. Pretty much the same thing as that you said about JC.
Yeah,
It surprised me how good she performed and how much I liked how she did.
yeah,
She stood in there, she hung with Jordan and Jimmy. She made it look good.
yeah. It was like, oh, that's why you're champion.
Yeah.
Got it now.
You kind of give her shit last time.
Mm-hmm.
She's, and even when we did the hire, fire, rehire
Mm-hmm.
or whatever,
It was,
I don't remember what it was, but I would definitely keep her now.
yeah. We didn't fire her. She had the belt, so we were
Okay.
like, well, we have to keep her. She's a champion for a reason. Must be something they see. So we
Yeah.
kept her. But
She's definitely got something. But can she do good on the main roster? Sure. I think so. Is she like world championship material on the main roster? Maybe. I don't know. I definitely think she could have a good match with pretty much anyone on the main roster
yeah,
at this point. So yeah,
yeah.
really good match. They both look good. Um, Wonder where it's going to go with her with the title next, since apparently Jordan and Blake are going to have their thing.
Or are they? I didn't watch NXT on Tuesday. Did they do anything with them?
I think they did. I haven't caught up on it yet.
Okay. Because my intuition was that Jordan's going to move up to the main roster, and that's why they had that stare down between JC Jane and Blake Monroe, and that's what the feud was going to next. And Jordan was
Okay,
just going to move on to the main roster. But I don't know what happened on Tuesday, so I don't know.
I haven't caught up yet. I'll probably do that tonight, since there's nothing else on tonight. No other wrestling on
There,
tonight.
there you go. So yeah, I think it was a really good match that proved JC Jane deserves to be champion, and Grace looked great as always, and Blake Monroe, you know, she's on her way. I guess we'll see
Yep.
how that evolves. No pun intended. Over the course of the next few weeks and months to come. All right, predictions. How'd we do?
Predictions. Oh, your name is not that.
What'd you put, jackass?
I was going to be putting our pick instead of
Oh,
our names. We
drum
both
roll.
thought we both thought that it was going to be the crowning of Jordan. Me for 2, you for 1. But I think we were both pleasantly surprised to be wrong. Maybe
This was my 1, eh?
that was your 1.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I'm not up on NXT as much as the main roster, so I wouldn't be very confident. But I'm okay with my 1 being that one. that
Yep.
one's okay to lose. All right, what about our bonus?
Bonus question is: was it going to be a clean win?
Definitely was
and
not.
Obviously, it was not. We both thought it would be.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well,
So,
with Grace winning, that makes sense.
Yep.
All righty then. All right, let's move on to the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship match with Judgment Day, Raquel and Roxanne defending against the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, defending against Bliss and Flair, defending against Soul and Zarya. Let's do our rating. All right. I just thought of something. Do I take a point away for that? Yeah, I'm taking a point away for that.
ooh,
I think you might too. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. Huge difference on that one. All right.
the 4-way tag featuring Sol Ruka.
Oh, well, is that why you gave it an 8? Because Sol Ruka was in it? All right. Well, let's get into this. This should be interesting. All right. I have some thoughts. All right. So, I was just thinking about something. There was something about this match before it started that I wanted to talk about, but I don't recall what
The
it
ovation
was.
for Charlotte.
Right. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So Charlotte.
I was right.
Yeah. So Charlotte got a huge ovation, and then she got a "We want Charlotte" chant.
Yeah.
During the match early, and I was like, she's not from Atlanta. What is happening right now? Where is this coming from? And then I still haven't read it, but I guess there was an article posted that where she was interviewed.
Yeah, well, it's not so much an interview, but every few months there's a article, newspaper, whatever, called the Players Tribune.
Right. She had a piece in it.
And she had a piece in it. She wrote a nice article about her and about herself and her life and kind of what she went through, especially in the last year or so.
Yeah, with her
I haven't read it
divorce
yet either, but I know she really highlighted the whole Tiffany feud.
Mm-hmm.
And the how
some nasty things were said.
Yeah, the nasty things were said, and how she wanted to keep the Ashley Flair,
separate.
And that kind of bled into her her professional life because of that comment, and just the mental struggles she goes through and confidence issues and that kind of stuff. So I guess kind of made her more human,
Hmm.
I guess.
I think what we'll do is if we both want to read it, we'll do a news show, a news
Okay.
run-in, and we'll include our reactions to that piece.
Yep.
In the news. Let me actually add that real quick to our news tracker. Charlotte,
I think also
what was it? The Players Tribute? Was that what it's called?
Tribune
piece. Yeah, okay.
But I think also just her being with Alexa has kind of gotten people it's made her more relatable to people.
Yeah, because she's reluctantly
well.
joining her, but she did.
Yeah.
So there was that.
Yep.
Oh, did you have something else?
Oh, and just a big part of her article was, she's just going out there and just trying to have more fun right now.
Yeah, I also heard, I can't remember where I saw this, but she said something about the Queen gimmick has run its course.
Okay.
I'm wondering what that means. Is she due for like a character change soon? Is she tired of it and just wants to kind of evolve again?
Yeah,
No pun intended.
Yeah,
herself.
probably just evolve and not be uppity and snotty and just being better than everybody else.
Is she growing up as a person?
She could be maturing.
Yeah.
Trying to be less nature boy. And more,
yeah, maybe she's learning from his mistakes and
yeah,
seeing backlash against her for certain things, and is like, oh, yeah, maybe she's learning, maybe she's listening. We'll see.
Maybe,
yeah, I want to read that piece,
and maybe just trying to bring more of her person, her personal life person into the ring instead of her just being her queen gimmick.
Yeah,
because all reports that I've seen and heard is that outside of the ring, outside of the cameras, she's a really good, down to earth person. But
I've seen her
doesn't
at
portray that at all.
No, yeah, I've seen her at some like Make-A-Wish stuff.
Yeah,
and she's super good with those kids. I really want to watch or listen to. I don't know if you. I think you watch it. Her podcast on who is she on with? Taker.
Undertaker.
I want to see how that went. Yeah,
I got about 5 minutes in and had to do something else, and I just haven't gotten back to it.
Yeah. I have a list of things that I want to watch, so maybe we'll do a bunch of reaction stuff like that on the news episode whenever we get to that. Okay, let's get to the match. I also wanted to say everyone's entrances at this PLE were great too. I don't know, they all felt magical. They all felt really good. So props to the production team. Props to the wrestlers for great entrances, including Sol Ruka and Zarya. Zarya comes out to her badass entrance, and then Sol Ruka's song hits, and she jumps over her.
Yep. Yep.
I like that. That was cool. All right, let's get to it. Asuka and Kairi dominated the match initially until Raquel tagged in and used her power to gain the advantage. Sol and Zarya managed to get in some offense on Alexa, but then Charlotte tagged in and cleaned house. That was her hot tag that the crowd was chanting for.
Yeah.
Charlotte clotheslined Raquel out of the ring and speared Roxanne, but couldn't secure the win. It was a good spear, too. It was very Bobby Lashley-esque. She did like one of those like forward flips.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Sol hit the Soul Snatcher on Charlotte.
Which was a good one. She hit like face first. She, instead of going flat, she went head first.
Yeah.
Head first and then flopped down. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was very close to the turnbuckle. I think Charlotte was a little too close, so Sol had to like adjust a little bit and be like, because it was like there was like inches of clearance there.
Yeah.
So it was good. Zarya went for the spear on Alexa, but Charlotte pulled Alexa out of the way to save her, and Sol was hit by Zarya's spear. And I really liked that moment. Once again, you talking about humanizing Charlotte. She saved Alexa, and she's like holding her. In the corner,
holding her in the corner. Yeah,
that was really cool.
Yeah,
I do think it went on too long though, because it was like You two are veterans. You should be capitalizing on this, not just snuggling in the corner. Went a little too long, but I got the point of it. Raquel powerbombed Alexa over the top rope onto the Kabuki
Yep.
Warriors and Zarya, which looked real nasty. Roxanne attacked Charlotte, and then Raquel pinned Sol with the Tejana Bomb. Okay, so you gave it an 8. What's your justification for the 8? What are you thinking there?
I mean, it was sort of a cluster. I mean, but you could always kind of keep track of who was legal, who wasn't. There wasn't
We'll talk
anything.
about that later in the show.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't anything that was ridiculous. So Sol being the one that has the least experience. I mean, she looked like she belonged with every single one of them, including Charlotte.
I can't wait
tags,
to see her on the main roster.
I know, right? The tags made sense. When Roxanne went to the corner near the Kabuki Warriors, they just reached out and slapped her so they could tag in. Because the whole 4-team tag deal where there's only one, 2 people in there. How are the
it might be one of the worst gimmick matches.
Yeah, I mean, how are the 2 teams that aren't in there? How are they going to tag in?
Yeah, it's stupid. I hate that match type. Just do a tornado style tag match for these.
Or do it where one person from each team is in, and there's 4 people in the ring.
Yeah.
But then that might be a little too much.
But that ends up being a tornado tag match because they end up brawling on the outside, and then the others get involved. So it's like you might as well just do a tornado tag, But they did well for the like with what you were saying. Like the tags made sense. They did. Yeah. It wasn't egregious. It was well done. Yeah.
There was never any downtime in it, and
no,
they really didn't go outside the ring too much.
Nope.
Which
it was like 80%, 90% in the ring.
Yep. Which a lot of times, and with that many people in a match, it spills outside a lot.
Yep.
And it really didn't.
Well, you're doing a lot of good justification for the 8. I was at a 6.
Okay.
But I had one huge problem with the match, and that's who took the pin. Why Sol? Out of all those people, why was it not Kairi?
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, I don't like that because I'm a big Sol fan, but
yeah, and I don't even say it as a Sol fan. Like I really like Sol, but it just doesn't make any sense. She's your
North American champion in NXT.
And speed champion, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, why out of all these people you pinned the biggest up and comer? Like Kairi made the most sense to pin here. It was weird. Like Raquel pinned Sol. Like, okay.
Weird. And I mean, and the ending, not that it came kind of sudden, but it was
a little out of.
It was a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was. I agree.
It was just a little anticlimactic.
This match also kind of cemented something for me that really disappoints me, and that's that I'm back to looking at Raquel going, why is she on the main roster?
Really? I thought she looked better. I thought she's looked better in the last couple of weeks than she has since she's been back.
After her amazing performance with Rhea, I was like, okay, maybe she's going to catch fire now. And then she was just back to her old, like, again, I don't want to come off as insulting to her, but she kind of half-asses things sometimes. She doesn't run through clotheslines. She kind of... She doesn't put her full force into it. Like, you are a big woman. You are a power player. And it just feels like she's holding back in a lot of her moves, which I understand you have to be safe. I'm not putting that out there. But, like, yeah, there's just something missing there every time I see her. So, I'm convinced at this point that Raquel should not be on the main roster. For me, yeah. I think she's hit her ceiling. I don't see her going anywhere. Like if Judgment Day ended today, best of luck in your future endeavors. Like I just don't see her being a single star. I just don't. Like she needs somebody beside her to pop.
I
do
mean,
things.
yeah, I mean, she probably needs someone with her to get a good reaction, but I think she could be, one of the people for Zarya for Soul when they come up to the main roster to get a decent win on somebody, and that could be
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, we talked about that on Rehire Retire,
Yeah.
needing people to overcome, just because of their size or their history. So I get that. Also, this is a completely random comment, but is it just me or is the Judgment Day theme starting to grow on me?
I like it.
I kind of like it.
I like it.
It's starting to hit. I don't know why. All of a sudden, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's the vibes.
Steph Rebel.
It's so funny how that happens sometimes. After you hear it 80 times, it's like, it's not that bad. Oh, it's good. I kind of like it.
It's the other direction for Cody's theme, though.
Yeah, some of them, they get really irritating. I can't say that Cody's irritates me that much, but it's definitely overplayed at this point.
Whoa, more like no.
Oh, snap, son.
Oh, yeah.
All right, how we doing predictions, sir?
Oh, boy. You had to bring up predictions again, didn't you?
I think we got this both right. I could be wrong.
We both did get it right. We both thought Roxy and Raquel were going to win. Me for 3, you for 2.
All right. And
well, I'm
bonus.
Writing this down. What do you see coming out of this? What do you see for potential SummerSlam?
Oh, man. No idea. The Kabuki Warriors had a match with them on Raw. Who won that? Let me look it up real quick while you're doing that.
Was it against them?
Yeah, it was against the Judgment Day, wasn't it? Let me see. Yeah. And Judgment Day beat them.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be the Kabuki Warriors.
I think it'd be Charlotte and Alexa.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Except
and I think they'll win.
For the fact, I was going to say except for the fact that they're on Raw, but and Alexa and Charlotte are on SmackDown, but the tag titles are
tag titles are all 3 brands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
is strange.
Was a topic we discussed just now. Who was going to eat the loss? Who was going to eat the pin? We both thought that Kyrie was a person for it, and we both got it wrong.
Yeah. Makes no sense to me that Sol was the one who got pinned. Makes no sense. Alrighty. Let's move forward. Next up was the WWE Championship. Tiffany Stratton defending against Trish Stratus. Let's give a score for this one. I'm between 2 again. I don't know what to do on this one.
5?
Oh crap. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Going lower between my 2 again. It was close though. It was close. Ready? Oh no, he's writing.
Yeah, I was between 2. I picked the lower.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Alrighty. So, first thing I want to say before we get into the match itself is, I think we may have commented on it in the Co-op Club Discord server, maybe. Tiff, get better wardrobe. I am so tired of seeing the same people having to adjust their clothes 17 times during a match because they're going to pop out of them.
I didn't quite notice that with Lyra. That's the other one that we
Yeah,
talk about that a lot.
I think, but hers wasn't a like coverage problem. Hers was just the fact that her thing was like on the back of her neck, and I
Yeah.
think, however, it was clasping because wrestlers grab each other by the back of the head all the time. So I think that was what was happening there. So it hasn't happened in a while. So I'm wondering if they've fixed her, however that clasp works, so it doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
But she was adjusting her top like 80 times in this match, and I was just like, please, like, please don't wear crap that doesn't fit you properly. It's a pet peeve of mine for the women, because it's not a thing that happens with the men. Obviously, we have much less. What's the word?
Some of them do, but
yeah, I guess so. I mean, you wouldn't want Rikishi wearing something that you know what I'm saying. You don't want that ass popping out of that thing.
Definitely not.
Like, not to say that they're anyway. We could get into a weird discussion going in that direction, so I'm gonna stop. But yeah, just come on, fix that shit. There's no reason for that stuff anymore.
I mean,
especially since like
Trish, almost looked like she was about to pop out a few times.
She never does though, and she never adjusts.
She never has to adjust.
No, you see what I mean? Like she's got the same sort of assets.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have that problem. She never has. She always makes sure that she has perfect gear. But Tiffy's got that problem. Charlotte used to have that problem. Ronda, we've talked about it before, but yeah, it bugs the shit out of me. All right, let's get to the match. The two were friendly at first, but then Tiffany slapped Trish, and Trish slapped Tiffany back. Trish built momentum by delivering the stratosphere from the apron to the floor. What is the stratosphere? Is that the one with the legs? I think that's the one where the legs go up and like kind of flip you over.
Yeah.
Back in the ring, Trish executed a tornado DDT on Tiffany, which looked really, really good. That stratosphere from the apron to the floor looked nasty.
It did.
Yeah. Tiffany gained control and delivered a swanton bomb, which looked very scary.
It did. She
her head was like this. Yeah. It was like that far away from landing, and she just let the last second. It's like, whoa, man, be careful.
It looked really cool, but I don't know how in control of that she was, or how, like if she was panicking at all for it.
Right. Patricia kicked out of the swanton. Tiffany went for a moonsault, but Trish got her knees up, which looked really good. Trish hit the stratisfaction, but Tiffany kicked out. Trish went for her own moonsault, which looked scary as well.
Yeah.
But Tiffany got her knees up. Tiffany finally hit the prettiest moonsault ever and scored the victory. Trish received a standing ovation from the fans after. So yeah, it was good. I think I went into it kind of thinking this was going to be what it was, and I kind of got what I expected.
Yeah.
Trish is great. Her last match, like I don't remember who her last match with, but she never under delivers. Trish.
No, she doesn't.
Despite being nearly 50.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much more I need to see her. I mean, she comes back every couple years. I mean, at this point, I mean, like you said, she's on.
I think she has a part-time contract with like Lesnar did, where she wrestles like 2 times a year or something like that.
I don't know.
But she did come back a while ago and was here for like 6 months. So
49.
Yeah, she's almost 50, man. Crazy. Yep. She does not look anywhere near 50.
Nope, she does not age.
No, she doesn't. But yeah, I thought it was good.
It's good.
The winner was predictable.
It was.
I don't think anyone saw a Trish win.
Nope. Or if there was, she would have just, assuming, would have lost it at SummerSlam 3 weeks from now.
Yeah. But I thought it was good. It served its purpose. With 1 week of build-up, what can you really expect?
It was a better match for Tiffany than the Charlotte match was.
Yeah.
At Mania. So it was probably her best defense. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, she has had a couple good ones on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But that was definitely her best PLE title defense, I would say.
Where we go from here, we got Tiffany going against Jade at SummerSlam.
Yes, we do. With maybe it's with or without a briefcase looming overhead.
Indeed.
We will find out.
All right. Predictions. How do we do?
Predictions. You kind of hinted at it. It was probably the most predictable one of the match. We both thought it was going to be Tiffy for the win, and it was. We both maxed 7 points.
That's funny. And I don't remember the bonus on this one.
Bonus was how many prettiest moonsaults ever would it be?
And there was 2, right?
How many would hit?
Oh, 1.
1 hit.
1 hit.
We picked up. It was over, under 1.5. So was there 1 or less, or 2 or more? And we both picked over.
Oh.
So we both got none.
Damn.
Make sure. Oh,
yeah,
wait, hold up.
Oh.
I picked the under.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like we differ on that one.
I picked the under.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could use that point.
Yes, you could. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to the next match, which was No Holds Barred. Jade Cargill versus Naomi, and with a special change at the last minute for some reason, special guest referee Bianca Belair.
Why do you think that change was made?
We'll get into it in a sec.
I'm going up.
Yeah, I'm between the two again. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there you go. He agreed. Our first agreement, I think. Yeah, yes. So why was Bianca added? Well, let's get into what happened in the match first, and then we'll address that. I think that will give some context. All right. Naomi immediately tried to hit Jade with the Money in the Bank briefcase, but missed. Jade pulled a table from out of the ring. Naomi gained the advantage with a kendo stick, but was then hit with a spear on the floor. Naomi regained the upper hand by sending Jade into the ring post. Back in the ring, Jade obtained a steel chain and hit Naomi with it. Jade also used a camera as a weapon. A very fake-looking camera, by the way.
I was hoping that they would show the camera view of her using the camera.
Yeah.
No, when they didn't, I thought maybe, I thought maybe it was fake.
Well, it was funny because the second that she used it and threw it away, the camera panned and you could see a guy with an actual camera, and the real camera is way bigger. It's way larger. I was like, okay, maybe not. Maybe some bad decisions there, but it was fine. The two fought outside the ring again. The momentum shifted when Naomi drop-kicked Jade into the announce desk, causing a monitor to short circuit. That was a pretty cool spot. Although, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on this, but I think the spot was supposed to be she was thrown into the TV, but because when she got thrown into, she did get thrown first, and then she got drop kicked into it. When she got thrown into it, the TV broke prematurely, I think, and it came out of its hinge. And I don't know if the sparks were supposed to go off of that spot, and they just forgot. So then Jade was like, "Okay, let's try that again." And so she drop kicked her into it, and then it sparked. So I was like, which one was supposed to happen there? I think I don't know if there was a botch there or if the TV broke accidentally or what happened there, but it was a weird spot, but it was cool.
It was cool.
It was a cool spot. At first, I thought it was like legit because it was done so well. The spark. It wasn't overdone. Like you remember when Mankind fell into the circuit boards?
Yeah, it was like pyro.
Yeah, pew, 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 pew. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
guys, that wouldn't happen. This looked at least somewhat legit. Jade struggled to get back in the ring. Naomi knocked Jade off the apron, and Jade crashed through the table she had set up on the outside. Naomi got Jade back in the ring and delivered an X Factor onto a chair. Naomi placed Jade on another table and climbed the ropes, but was caught by Jade. Jade delivered an avalanche Jaded through the table and scored the pinfall victory. So as you can see, Bianca had no effect on the match whatsoever. I think she was put there because of the lack of interest in the show. And
Okay.
so at the last second, they were like, "Let's spice it up a little bit. Let's just do a little bit more." So they just kind of threw her in there.
Sell
I don't
some
think
tickets.
she has. Yeah, sell some tickets. I just don't think she had any storyline reason to be there, and I don't think she'll be at all involved in the story going forward. She was just there.
I mean, the way that her and Jade kind of looked at each other afterwards, maybe there's something there.
A seed for a future thing, but
Yeah, but as far as for that match that night, I think it was to sell tickets.
yeah,
I think they needed
100%.
a little extra something to sell tickets. Um, Now all the women or all the refs for all the matches were women.
Mm-hmm.
They only have 3. Maybe it could be so the 3
Someone could get a
refs
break.
each did 2 matches and Bianca did 1. Maybe I don't know.
Could be.
Maybe it could be something like that. But my main idea is maybe just to sell some more tickets.
I'm yeah,
because
I think so.
that is one of your biggest stars, and the little girls love Bianca.
Yeah, so I thought it was a decent match. No holds barred. I feel like needs to be saved for when your 2 wrestlers are going to go all out. No pun intended. And I just don't think they did. I think they did well.
I mean,
I just don't think they went all out.
They could have just called this a street fight.
Yeah.
Or a weapons match. I mean, no holds barred is when someone gets injured by a pile driver, and they say, "Oh, we can't do a pile drivers anymore," or anything like that, or
Yeah.
Ric Flair broke this person's leg and using a figure 4, and you can't use a figure 4. And then you have blow off match that's no holds barred. You can hit them with a pile driver. You can do anything like that instead of a no DQ weapons tables match or whatever.
Yeah. Also, the table spot. I hate the table spot they did. I think it's just the most lazy table spot you can do, where the table's on the outside and someone just gets pushed off the apron.
And the time when Jade was taking the table out from underneath the ring and setting it up, Naomi was just kind of sitting up against the barricade, just kind of waiting on her, and Bianca kind of squatted down next to her. That little segment just kind of drew out a lot of time.
Yeah, with no payoff because she just fell into the table.
Yeah.
It's like if you're going to use a table, you got to slam someone through that thing,
right.
Or jump on top of them, do something. But just to fall backwards into the table, I just think it's lame. But yeah, it was still good. It just wasn't.
Yeah. That's why I gave it a 6. It was between a 5 and a 6 for me.
It's funny because when you see the women in AEW do a hardcore type match, they have a hardcore type match, and they just
I think
don't do
part
that.
Of that is
WWE.
They know that they don't get many chances,
right? Yeah,
and they take advantage of it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we know Jade is going after the WWE title,
Women's Championship. Yep.
And we'll talk about Naomi later.
Yep.
All right. How do we do on predictions?
Predictions. We both thought it was going to be Jade. Naomi could lose anytime because she's got the briefcase. So me for 6 and you for 5.
Cool. And what was the bonus? Oh, was this the kendo stick one?
What was going to be the first weapon used? Naomi went for the kendo stick the first, and she missed it. Then they had the little spot outside where Jade set up the table, but no one ever went through it. And then Naomi ended up hitting Jade, I think, across the back with the kendo stick.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one that actually hit was the kendo stick. And after last time, I'm not betting against the kendo stick.
Kendo stick's just a great first weapon in these types of matches. You know, it doesn't bust you open. It just makes a good sound.
Which are always conveniently placed underneath the ring for
no reason whatsoever.
No reason at all. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to have a spot or like a storyline where they explain why there's kendo sticks under the ring one time.
Explain the history of the kendo stick.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Next up was the Evolution Battle Royale. Let's do our rating. So I'll go over the participants real quick. So we had Stephanie Vakir, Ivy Nile, Nia Jax, Nikki Bella, Natalia, Maxine Dupree, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Lash Legend, Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley, Zelina Vega, Gulia, Candice LeRae / Michelle, B-Fab, Mishin, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, and Alba Fire. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So, one thing I want to note is that, and I don't know if this was just on the international stream or what happened here, but all of them got an entrance.
We did not get that in the States.
You did not get that? Nope. Yeah, so I think on the American feed, you got Nikki, Chelsea, Nia, and Gulia. Oh, and Stephanie.
Yes, that sounds right.
Nikki, Chelsea before the break, and then Nia, Gulia, and Stephanie after the break.
Chelsea, Alba, Piper. Because they all three came out together.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, the international audience got all of the entrances. It was kind of cool. So let's get to the match. Nia immediately eliminated Paxley and Dame when the match started. Kalani was thrown out, but her feet didn't touch the floor, and she performed a handstand to get back in the ring. Pretty cool Kofi-like spot. One of the key eliminations was Zelina eliminating Gulia, which makes sense because Gulia just took her title.
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Zelina looked really heelish.
She did, kind of.
She had like a black and white gimmick, and she had like just a stern face. Even during her entrance. Oh, you didn't get to see her entrance.
No, I didn't.
So her entrance, normally she comes out and she's like doing her little like Zelina dance, or she's got some sort of like cosplay on or something like that. But no, she was in the black and white, and she had no emotion on her face, and she just walked to the ring.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. Yeah, you're good. Nothing there. Kind of like your camera right now. Just nothing there. Nothing there. So I was like, are they turning Zelina? Because they don't think that she's going to get cheered over Gulia?
I don't know.
So we'll have to see on SmackDown this week. The Secret Hervis, it says Secret Service here, but the Secret Hervis worked together, but then Nikki eliminated Alba. Nikki and Stephanie collaborated to eliminate Piper and Chelsea. Lash Legend eliminated Nikki Bella, leaving Lash, Stephanie, and Nia as the final three. What'd you think of the final three there?
Well, two of them I kind of thought was going to be. I didn't necessarily expect Lash to be in the final three. Yeah,
that made me happy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Stephanie and Lash teamed up to eliminate Nia. So your final two were Stephanie and Lash. And I was like, is this why they had the Battle Royal? Are they going to give it to Lash as like a surprise win?
That would have been really cool.
Yeah, I kind of wish that's what happened, but it didn't. Stephanie delivered the Devil's Kiss to Lash on the apron, causing Lash to fall to the floor, giving Stephanie Fakir the victory. So she now has a women's championship match, which I assume, since she's on Raw, the World Heavyweight Women's Championship.
It will be. Yep.
Whoever wins between blank and blank at SummerSlam.
And blank.
And blank, maybe. After the match, Stephanie McMahon interviewed Stephanie Fakir and asked her a question in Spanish, which I don't know what she said. Fakir spoke in both English and Spanish about making history and thanked everyone who paved the way. Fakir said people will remember her name forever. I still think I don't know why they keep giving her the mic. She's not great. Not on the mic.
I mean, it is a little hard to understand her, but she does all right.
Yeah. And it I don't know. It felt a little overdone. You know, Stephanie McMahon was like the winner of the 2025 Evolution Battle Royal, sort of insinuating that this is going to be like an annual thing now. And I'm like, no, it's not. There's no way this is going to be an annual show.
I know they did ask Triple H or Paul Levesque or whatever, Trips or whatever people want to call him.
Hunter.
You know, because they're like on a first name basis with him. Yeah. You know, about it. And he said, you know, that's something they've got to look into, and, you know, gave his non-answer pretty much.
Yeah. I don't see it being a yearly thing, but who knows?
I don't know.
And then, you know, Fakir's like not really apologized, but said like English is not her first language and stuff like that. It just kind of felt like real, but not in a necessarily good way. Like I don't know if it just felt.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It
was fine. I just don't. They kind of made a bigger deal of it. Like she got pyro for a win and everything, and it was like.
No, I mean it's, you know, the Battle Royal. It's kind of the same thing they did with the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. You know, they do all that.
Yeah.
And I mean, and as far as her talking, I mean, they let Io talk, they let Asuka talk, Kyrie talk. I mean,
I don't know why they let Asuka talk.
I mean, for, you know, the ones that, whether it's Japanese or Spanish or whatever, I mean, they're letting those people talk when Vince didn't let them before.
Yeah, maybe they're just kind of
trying to portray their, trying to let them go.
I don't have a problem with it. I just, you know, maybe not so often. She's just not great on the mic. You know?
Okay.
Io at least has a little bit of excitement.
She does.
You know?
Yep.
You know, she's got that excitement factor. Stephanie's just kind of talks. You know? She doesn't really have much flair to her voice.
She doesn't. She lets her actions do the talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like Asuka. And I don't like hearing Asuka talk either. You know, she basically just always says the same thing.
You are not ready
for Asuka.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought it was good for a battle royal. I personally don't like the match itself, like the gimmick. You know, having
the whole
start at the same time. Yeah.
And I think for the entrances, it would have been better for a Royal Rumble style.
Yeah.
But you can't really do that and still have the Royal Rumble every year.
No.
So I don't know
I think they need to come up with a solution for the Battle Royal. They need a replacement. You know, AEW's figured it out, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, they've got that, you know, they've got their gauntlet thing down, which,
you
know, we'll talk. Yeah, like you said, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. All right, how we do on predictions?
We both thought it was going to be Stephanie. Me for 1 and you for 3, though. So you picked up a couple more points.
Nice. And I have no idea what the battle. Oh, the battle royal was who was second last.
Who was going to be the last eliminated?
Right, the runner-up.
We were close.
Yeah, what did we say, Nikki?
We picked Nikki.
Yeah.
Neither one of us had Lash on our radar.
No, I'm kind of glad that they didn't use Nikki.
I'm glad too. She did come out and have a match on Raw, which was kind of surprising that she came out that soon after. But as far as Lash, she was in the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
She was the last person eliminated in this battle royal. I think she might be coming up soon.
Yeah, they're clearly eyeing her.
Yeah,
for a move up.
Her and Trick, her and Trick are together. I think they may be coming up together soon.
Are they married?
I don't think they're married. I may have to get my NXT couples reporter, get some feedback from that person on that, but I don't think they're engaged yet.
Okay.
But they could definitely be eyeing both of them to come up to the main shows soon.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the main event, which was Io Sky defending her World Heavyweight Championship against Rhea Bloody Ripley. Let's do our rating.
Oh, how much do I want to take off?
Oh, wow. All right. 3, 2, 1. I can't see yours. Oh, we both give it a 9. Cool.
Yep.
How much do you want to take off? You said. So you were contemplating a 10.
But then how much did I put back on?
Okay. We'll see how this goes. I'm kind of curious to hear what you think. All right. So the two went back and forth in a feeling out process during the early moments. The intensity increased when Rhea said she respected Io, but added, "Let's fight." Io gained the advantage with a springboard moonsault to the outside on Rhea. Rhea took control after throwing Io around the ringside area. Back in the ring, Rhea worked over Io with various holds. Io used her speed to hit Rhea with a DDT, and both women took time to recover. The match continued to go glitch. The match continued to go back and forth. Io delivered a poison Rana to Rhea, but Rhea kicked out. I love the poison Rana. What a sick looking move.
Too.
Beautiful. It should be someone's finisher.
We'll see that later too.
Yeah. Just make it your finisher, Rhea or Io. Seriously. Someone else already has a moonsault finisher. Just use the poison Rana. It's sick. Rhea countered with a Razor's Edge followed by a sit-out powerbomb. By the way, that Razor's Edge looked fucking nasty.
Yeah, both of them. That she did.
Brutal. Like, she whipped her down, man. That was nasty. But Io kicked out. Io went for a missile dropkick but missed and accidentally hit Jessica Carr, the referee.
With what? What'd she hit her with?
Dropkick. Missile dropkick.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. Missile dropkick.
Yeah.
Remember.
Rhea delivered the riptide, but there was no referee to count. While the referee was down, the two brawled into the crowd. Io climbed to the top of a production equipment box and delivered a crossbody to Rhea. That was a tall jump.
Yes, it was.
I was trying to figure out what they were jumping onto because it looked like they had like that area taped with something. I was like, please don't be a cushion. And then she kind of just fell like it was the floor. So I was like, why was that area? It looked like they just put carpet.
Yeah.
In like a square.
Odd.
Yeah. But, yeah. The two fought back to the ringside area, and Io managed to powerbomb Rhea onto the floor. Back in the ring, Io hit her moonsault, and the recovered referee counted, but Rhea kicked out. Io climbed up again, but Rhea caught her and delivered a Spanish fly. At this point, Naomi ran down to the ring and officially cashed in her Money in the Bank contract. Naomi hit Io with the briefcase and then pinned her with a split-legged moonsault to win the title. And your new Women's World Champion, Naomi. All right, so this match was amazing. Clearly, gave it a 9.
It was.
But I think we both had something that kept it from being a masterpiece. Can I ask you what kept it from being that 10? I have my answer. I don't know if you have yours.
The whole ref being down for so long.
She was down for a while. She was.
Off a missile dropkick.
She was down for a while.
She was dead.
She was dead. And then she just got back up.
Now, and if she would have been the only ref that was involved in that match, it would have made a little bit more sense. But Naomi came running down the ramp with another ref.
Mm-hmm.
So there was obviously another ref that they could have sent down at any time.
Yeah.
To start a count to 10 to get him back in the ring.
Yeah, the whole refs going down thing has always been a little wrestling to me, where it's like, clearly there's someone watching back there who would send another referee or send someone down to check on the referee or something.
Send a doctor.
Yeah, like the referee just wouldn't be down for 15 minutes. And
Dead.
No one's checking on them. They're just
dead.
Yeah. Talk about a lawsuit. The ref's just dead, bleeding out, hemorrhaging.
Dead.
Yeah, it is something that
just kills the referee.
Yeah, but then they get back up at some point.
Yeah,
they come to. Yeah, it's always been a wrestling thing.
Right at the right time too.
Right at the right time.
Yeah.
That part didn't bother me as much as something else did, which was, first of all, I hate the Spanish fly. Hate that move. And doing it on someone as large as Ripley, I was like, okay, whatever. And then the two of them were down in the ring for too long before Naomi's music hit. So it once again telegraphed, By the way, I'm nitpicking here, just to be clear. I gave it a 9. So I'm just saying, these are the things that make a masterpiece, getting these things right. And yeah, there was just too much time before she came down. And then when she did come down, she handed the briefcase to the announcer for some strange reason. You're supposed to hand it to the referee.
Yeah.
So that was weird. And then she took the briefcase back
so she could hit Io.
So she could hit Io with it. But the weird thing was that, I don't know if you saw this, but she went over to hit Io with it, but stopped because the announcer was announcing that the match was about to happen. Still, the announcer hadn't. So she didn't have to wait though, right? Because if she had hit her before the match changed, who gives a shit? You're still cashing in 5 seconds later anyway. So you should have just hit her, but she had this hesitation moment and was wait.
But if you hit before the match is official, it's a DQ.
But then you're just going to start a new match anyway, because you're cashing in. You know what I'm saying? So
true.
So Rhea and Io ends in disqualification, and then you cash in, and now it's Io versus you.
Yeah, then it's just Io versus Naomi. Yeah.
So it really didn't matter. So I was like,
no,
there was that weird hesitation was just strange, And then what happened to Rhea? Was my other question. She hits. I think I have a replay here. Let me see.
She ended up getting back in the ring after Naomi left and helped Io up, and they kind of hugged and, made out or whatever they did.
Made out.
Hugged each other and said, good match. We both got screwed over.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really the only problem I had with it. I was just like, just those little things sometimes make a big difference. Timing is everything in wrestling, and some of that just didn't work out. But like I said, just nitpicking. It's still a 9, so
Yeah, I
it was
mean
amazing.
the whole thing with the referee that took it away.
Mhm.
If you
I can
want
see
to,
that.
if you want to let them fight around the arena, I guess you got to take the ref out somehow. But just a drop kick like that, um, put her through a table or something that's going to
Yep.
knock her out more than just a drop kick would.
Yep.
And then the whole thing with, well, you had another referee to run down with Naomi. You could have sent that referee down 5 minutes before when they were, up in section 118 fighting up the stairs, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. How do you do on predictions?
Well, neither one of us imagined that was going to happen. So we both picked EO. I bet 5 and lost, and you bet 4 and lost.
Yikes. And I don't remember what the bonus was on this one.
Bonus was, and I had to look up the answer to this. Would the last attack before the pinfall be a finishing move?
With the last attack. Say that again, just so I make sure I got it right, because I got it in my mind.
Would the last attack, the last offense before the finish of the match be
a
a
finisher.
finishing move?
Is Naomi's split-legged moonsault off the top rope her finisher?
I looked it up. I believe it is the rear view.
Okay, so then it would be a no then, I guess.
The ass in the face.
Yeah. No, it was the split-legged moonsault she did.
Yeah.
Unless that's her new finisher, but I don't know.
Either yes or no, it's a wash because we both picked yes.
Okay.
So we did not get a point.
Damn. 0 for everything on that one.
So if you go back to our first show, or our first result show, I was talking about Seth and him cashing in his briefcase, or going back to his injury, right? I think going into the weekend, they had planned that they were going to cash in one briefcase over the weekend. So, assuming Seth's injury is real, which I have my doubts on if that's real or not, this potentially could have been a swerve, bro. And this could have been called after the quote injury on Saturday night. Because all signs leading up to this was Naomi just going after Jade or Tiffany. I mean, there was just nothing pointing at all to Naomi.
No.
Cashing in on this title at all.
I think if Seth magically returns and cashes in at SummerSlam on Punk, I think it would be the biggest work in a long time. Just because there's so many things that were changed because of it, or seemingly changed because of it.
And like I said in the Discord today, what does Seth say? He said he would do anything to make sure that Punk would not be champion. And what better way to prove that than cashing in at SummerSlam when he's got a title match, when he's got his first title match.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks he's injured.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's the work. If it is a work, it's sloppy because we've kind of found some holes in it. But if it's not a work, weird, weird.
Yeah.
All
But
right. So
I like not knowing for sure.
yeah, it makes SummerSlam a little bit more interesting.
Yep.
At this point. And maybe that's the idea. Maybe they do know he's injured and they're just kind of doing this on purpose to make you watch. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Wrestling's weird. Wrestling's strange. All right. So that's Evolution. Great show. What was our rating average for Evolution?
It was a little bigger of a difference than what I thought it would be. I had a 7.71 and you had a 6.42.
Oh wow. I thought mine would be higher. But
You had a couple fives mixed in.
yeah. It's funny how averages work.
Yeah.
But I thought again, I still think it was their best show in a while. So.
Yep.
All right. We have one more show to get through. And that is
A doozy.
AEW. It's a doozy. It's a long one. All in Texas. Top level thoughts without getting into the specifics.
By the time the ending was, I forgot what the first few matches were. It was long.
It's a long show.
You got your money's worth. I mean, for $50, 50 US bucks, that's you got your money's worth.
Yeah, what was it? 9 matches plus 0 hour?
8 plus was it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it was 9 plus 3 on the 0 hour.
Can you imagine being someone who went to that stadium and had to sit for that long? That's painful.
Couldn't have smelled good. One, because it's, midsummer in Texas, which is unbearably hot. But it's a dry heat, is what us people from the South say. Yeah. Because we live in, 60% humidity, and Texas is a dry heat.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. When you get up to 90, 100 degrees, it's fucking hot either way.
Yeah.
And just, AEW fans just don't smell good. From experience.
The sickos.
Yeah, the sickos don't smell good. I've been to a few AEW shows, and well, yeah.
It doesn't look like they sold out. One of the commentators at one point said north of 25,000 people.
Oh yeah. I think Tony said in the presser afterwards that with walk-ups they were at 29 to 30,000.
What's that arena hold?
Well, it's a baseball stadium. Full capacity for baseball is like 45.
Wow.
Now, obviously they not redesign it, but just the way they configure it, they close off a certain portion of it and add seats, of course, on the field,
on the field,
floor.
Yeah.
So, I
By
think
the way,
last. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think the last number I saw which was like the morning of, WrestleTix said it was configured for about 27 to 28,000. So maybe they opened up more seats. Maybe they counted the people in the suites to make it, 28, 29, close to 30,000. But they were up anywhere between 27 and 30,000 probably.
Don't think they'll be returning to Texas for All In.
They go to Texas quite a bit for TV.
Yeah. Well, for smaller events, sure.
Yeah.
All In's your big one, though. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they can get a packed house in Texas. Honestly, I don't think they could get a packed house in the States in general. I just don't think there's enough American AEW fans. I think London is where they need to be. They go crazy for anything they get over there in wrestling because they don't get enough.
They really do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to comment on some of the seats. Did you notice some of the seats? I don't know whether they do this at WrestleMania as well, but like the floor seats, some of them are in just weird fucking directions.
I did notice that, yeah.
See that shit?
Yeah.
Like you had the hard cam looking at the ring, and then like off to the top left, those seats were facing they weren't even facing the ring. They were facing like across.
Yeah.
at the people. So like all the people that were there had to either look at the ring over here or they had to look up at the Titantron. I was like, why were they not angled towards the ring?
Yeah.
That was weird. Very strange.
And there was a lot of open space on the floor.
There was.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of thinking to how they design that seating on the floor. I don't know.
They did that at the Saudi event, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a safety issue or something like that, where they have to have enough like floor space so that no one gets trampled if there's like a rush of people or something like that. Yep. I don't know.
I'm sure. I mean, like I said, I'm sure there's some kind of reasoning, whatever it is. Yeah. I mean, it still looked good. I mean, they packed a lot of people there. You didn't see a whole lot of empty seats where there was seating.
No, they were far enough away that it kind of blurred.
Yep. And it was loud.
It was pretty loud.
So, I mean, as far as that goes, it was a success. It's their largest crowd in North America, U.S., however you want to say it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get to the first match, which we did not do predictions for on the show because it wasn't announced yet. Did we do predictions for this offline?
We did,
right? Okay. So we'll talk about that. But let's give our rating.
This is for just the match, not after match, right? Or are we including that in it?
Yeah, I think we include everything. We can specify if we what we took off.
Okay.
From the score. Or added. I like how I'm automatically negative.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do top level thoughts.
I kind of did.
Really?
Long, really long.
Yeah, it was just a really long show. Yeah, it had its ups and downs.
I mean, I won't get too deep into it, but I think it started off slow and it ended up big.
Yeah.
I mean, it grew as it went on.
Yeah. It got better towards the end for sure.
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey, look at that. In sync. Not the band.
No.
Not the boy band. All right. So, the Ops and the Death Riders. The two teams immediately started brawling before things settled down. The match went back and forth in the early moments, but the Death Riders eventually gained the upper hand after Gabe Kidd distracted Samoa Joe. The Death Riders triple teamed Joe while the referee was distracted. After Hobbs tagged in and delivered a spinebuster to Claudio, Yuta, and Claudio, Yuta and Claudio attempted a Doomsday device, but Hobbs caught Yuta in midair and hit a power slam. What a sick move that was.
Yeah.
Just I've never seen that before. Converting a Doomsday into a power slam. It was really sick. The match broke down, and then Samoa Joe pinned Yuta with the Muscle Buster. After the match, the Death Riders attacked the Ops. A chair was wrapped around Samoa Joe's neck, and Claudio stomped on it. Samoa Joe was taken out of the building on a stretcher. So it was a decent opener. Good action, good moves. No real problems. An above-average match. The Ops retain. And they go with that storyline segment after the match, taking out Joe, because he's got to go do Twisted Metal stuff.
Yeah, I think PR for Twisted Metal. Mm-hmm. But also, I mean, they did play it into the story that they've been telling, because the Ops have been fighting with the Death Riders, obviously, and Moxley was the champion. They took Joe out of possibly getting involved in the title match. And the Ops, too, since they would possibly have gone to the hospital with Joe.
True.
So it kind of took the whole team out of, being involved in the title match.
Storytelling.
Imagine that with
Shocking.
AEW, right?
Yup.
And
someone new was producing this show.
Yep. And the commentators helped out with it.
Mm-hmm.
Good on
them.
They
did really well.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, as far as the match, it was. I mean, I don't know if it was what I would have gone with the open, but I mean, because Yuta, Claudio, and I mean, I don't watch New Japan, so I don't know too much about Gabe Kidd other than what they've said. He just looks like a thicker Moxley.
Less dirty.
Less dirty, yeah. But bigger.
Younger. Yeah.
I mean,
it was a decent opener.
Yeah, it was decent. No, Joe. I mean, Joe's always good. I like Joe.
Joe's great.
Hobbs. I wish they would push Hobbs as a solo stronger.
I think he'll probably end up getting a unified championship.
He was a TNT
run at some point.
Yeah, he was a TNT champion once. I know we did a. That was
we'll get back there.
One of the answers we didn't get right on the Sporkle, but they just don't have a history of pushing big guys like that too well. No. So he's stuck in the trios. It was a good match.
Yeah, it was good. It was enjoyable.
Nothing bad about it.
How'd we do on the predictions?
Predictions, like you said, this was not part of our prediction show, so this was only worth 1 point when we added it, and we both got it right.
Nice.
Both for one.
All right. And what was the prediction one on this? Or the bonus, I should say.
Just like most six-mans, trios, who's going to take the pinfall? Who's going to lose it for the team?
And it was Yuta, I think, right?
Yep. Via the Muscle Buster.
The Muscle Buster.
The Muscle Buster.
Crazy move.
Yeah, that's the one that took TJ Kidd out of wrestling forever.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we figured out that was the question, my first thought was Yuta. So was yours.
Yeah, makes most sense.
Fuck Yuta.
Yeah.
So we both start off getting a couple points.
I think Yuta's good. I just think that he was positioned as the betrayer of Bryan Danielson the whole time. So it was like he's the one that should, take the pin.
Yep.
All right. Let's move forward. It was the Men's Casino Gauntlet.
Okay, yeah.
What was next? The Men's Casino Gauntlet. Let's do a rating. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. It's the first time I'm higher than you. Wow. All right.
You went with 6.
All right. So, the first two men in the match was MJF and who was the other guy that started the match?
Mark Briscoe.
Mark Briscoe. Thank you, Mark Briscoe.
Speaking
that crazy son of a bitch.
Mark Briscoe. And Charlotte earlier, they had did how they did the Players Tribune article that Charlotte did?
Mm-hmm.
There was a video one, Mark Briscoe talking about him and his brother.
Oh, his brother Jay.
Yeah, that was really good. I watched that the other night. That was really good.
Add that to my list.
I will. Yeah, I would definitely add that to your list.
Okay. So yeah, MJF and Mark started the match. Did really well. The first, I guess the third entrant ended up being Ricochet. Coming down. He came together with MJF and worked against Mark Briscoe. Coming out fourth was Bandito, the ROH champion. And then MJF betrayed Ricochet, which I don't know if you want to call it a betrayal. That's more just, the temporary allyship was over.
Yeah.
Coming in
MJF turned more heel.
Right? Yeah. Could he turn even more heel?
Yeah. I was like that, like when Dominic turned on Rhea, right?
Yeah. A heel turn for a heel from
Yeah.
when he was already a heel.
He turned from a heel to a bigger heel. Yeah.
He's like the only one in history, I think, who's ever done that. Dom. Coming out fifth was Konosuke Takeshita. I can actually say that now without thinking about it.
Which they
I've come a
apparently
long way.
had a banger of a match the night before on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
Yeah, Takeshita and Bandito. Apparently. Yeah. Coming out sixth was Sin Cara. Nope. Wait, Mystico.
Mystico, yes.
He looked exactly like Sin Cara, so I was like, wait, is it the same guy? No, it's not. It's some other guy. Mystico went right after MJF. Josh Alexander was the seventh entrant. Anthony Bowens was the eighth entrant. The pride of All Elite Wrestling. So he is going with the what I had suggested at one point. I don't want to call it a gay gimmick, but like
Yep.
Taking advantage of that side of you. He's openly gay, so take advantage of that.
Yep.
I think that's a cool name, the pride of AEW.
Yeah, very
cool. Clever.
Yep.
That being said, is he a heel? He seemed kind of heelish in the match. I'm not really sure.
He's not supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't really come across as very. I don't know. He definitely wasn't the one from Acclaimed doing doing all that stuff.
Oh yeah, he doesn't really do that anymore. I mean, the scissor gimmick is the Acclaimed.
Yeah, it's dead. Yeah. Roderick Strong came in ninth, got a huge ovation. Roddy is very popular, man. He's so good. I like him.
So dry though.
He is, but there's just something about him, man. I don't know what it is. He's just so great in the ring. He has a presence, but yeah, he is dry. I don't know what it is. I've always liked him.
I mean,
and so does the crowd.
He doesn't want to act too bad because Marina Schaefer will kick his ass.
Are they married?
Yeah, they're married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they have been for a while.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. There's a lot of wrestlers dating wrestlers, isn't there? Guess it makes sense. Coming up 10th was Brody King, who also got a huge ovation.
Yeah, they've been married
since
the ring 2018.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Brody King cleared the ring with multiple cannonballs, which that man doing a cannonball is just scary. He's a big dude.
Also one that's underutilized.
100%. 100%.
He could be a top heel or a top babyface.
Can't wait to do Rehire or Retire.
Yeah.
For AEW's men's roster. In his return from action to injury. In his return to action from injury. Juice Robinson was the 11th entrant, no longer sporting a beard.
And as part of his rehab, his injury rehab, he shaved his face.
He looked very interesting.
He looks very similar to, I mean, you remember CJ Parker from NXT. Which is fine. Which is who he was in NXT.
It's a look that everyone has to get used to because you're used to him having a freaking Santa Claus beard.
And he was wearing just generic black tights.
Yeah. I think he had a good look though, but everyone was very taken aback. That's for sure.
Yeah.
At this point, the Gates of Agony interfered in the match to help Ricochet. The Guns, also returning, but not officially in the match, attacked the Gates of Agony and Ricochet. Kota Ibushi was the 12th entrant. The Beast Mortos was the 13th entrant.
Mr. Monet.
Max Caster was the 14th entrant and spoke on the microphone, but he didn't do a rap. He just
He doesn't do the rap anymore.
What did they do to the Acclaimed, man?
They were the hottest thing. They were the hottest thing in the company for a while, and they just broke
ended it.
Yep.
Dumb. It's like breaking up the Dudleys, man. You can't do that. Those two are just part of AEW. Sesame Daddy ass.
Yeah.
Where's Billy? What's he doing now?
He has come out with Bowens since he's
Oh,
been
okay.
back. Yeah.
Ultimately, MJF stole Briscoe's pin on Roderick Strong to win the match. And your new Casino Gauntlet winner, MJF. So I have a few thoughts. A lot more entrants than I thought there was going to be. And the more people came out, the more I was like, I guess this makes sense. They want to have as many people on the show as possible. This is what AEW typically does. They want to give everybody
Yeah.
that paycheck, to be on the big show. Um, but it went long. It started to get a little dry towards the
It
end.
did. It was 35.
Oh man, it
Yeah.
was basically like a
Just under
mini
35
rumble.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. It was still entertaining, but there was definitely some people in there that just didn't need to be there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the Royal Rumble. There's
some jobbers in there.
of the 30 people in the Royal Rumble, there's realistically 4 or 5 people that you can see winning. Same thing with this.
The problem though for me with this is that you have the choice. Like, it's not 30 people guaranteed. It's put as many people in there until someone wins. So you don't need to put the jobbers in there. There's no need for them.
Yeah.
They should all be people that have a chance, or maybe 1 or 2 jobbers because you need someone to take a pin
And
or
that's
submit.
what Roddy was.
And that's what Roddy was. Yeah.
The biggest issue I have with this concept, this Casino Gauntlet match they come in at random times. It's
never really explained how either.
It's not a set 2 minutes, it's 90 seconds, whatever. It's just random times. And the way the match, and especially with the women, but probably more so with the men, as soon as whatever spot happened, you could almost predict when someone was going to come out and who it was going to be. I don't remember specifically because I watched it live. There was like 2 or 3 times when they hit a move and people were down and right not Hedgestero. Mystico's going to come out right now. And as soon as I thought that 10, 9, 8,
Mm-hmm.
and it was Mystico. There was about 3 or 4 times when that happened between the men's and the women's match.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this would have been a good match for some returns.
Which we got 1.
We got Juice Robinson.
2 technically, if you count the guns.
Yeah, you got Juice Robinson, of all people.
Was there someone you were expecting to make a return?
Jay White. I mean, that's spoiler alert.
Maybe it wasn't cleared.
That's who I picked to win. Maybe Jericho.
Yeah.
Spoiler
I wonder
alert.
what he's up to.
That's who I picked for last entrant. Buddy, I mean, I don't think Buddy Matthews is ready, but that would have been a good spot for him to return.
Maybe they just didn't have someone cleared to make a big return except for Juice.
Yeah. Not Darby, because his place was appropriate for what it was.
Yeah.
Just like the Rumble is a good spot for returns, and the only one that we got was Juice Robinson.
Yeah, it was entertaining. That's why I gave it a 6. It did go on for too long though,
and for me, it was underwhelming. Went on too long, and that's why I gave it a 5.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, predictions. You spoiled some of them, but let's do it.
MJF was a safe pick, and I didn't want to play it safe. I'd rather see him, I don't know, not have a guaranteed match but that's probably the MJF way.
Yeah.
All right. I thought we were going to get a returning Jay White to win, and you picked the safe pick and got points. So you picked MJF and got 2, and I was unconfident and missed it and got 1.
Didn't get one.
Didn't get 1. That's right.
Didn't get one. And what was the bonus? It was who
was going to be
would
the
come out last
entrant. Yes.
And it was who was it? I literally just said, was it Beast Mortos? No.
Max Caster.
Max Caster. Yeah, that's weird.
Max Caster.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, we both got it wrong. You said Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
And I said Jericho.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be returning Jericho.
Yeah. That match had a lot of potential that just didn't get fulfilled.
Yep.
But it was still entertaining for what it was, I thought.
As entertaining.
Yeah. All right, next match. The TNT Championship, which was switched at the last second to a fatal 4-way between Daniel Garcia, Dustin Rhodes, Kyle Fletcher, and Sammy Guevara. Adam Cole, at the time TNT champion, had to be removed from active duty, for lack of a better term, due to an injury, which we'll talk about in a second. Let's do the rating.
I'm glad we're doing this a few days afterwards, because after my initial thoughts, they changed.
Okay.
I
can't wait to hear about that.
So we'll go with this.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. So let me explain. Before the match, Adam Cole did come out and delivered a promo, very teary-eyed, about having to relinquish the TNT Championship. He stated the following, quote, "I've always dreamed of being a professional wrestler. It's all I've ever wanted to do, and all of you made that dream come true for me. You've supported me across multiple promotions all over the world. You have no idea how much that means to me." There was another quote. He said something along the lines of, "I don't want to talk about retirement, but I hope to see you all again soon." Something along those lines. I'm not in a place to talk about retirement. Clearly, he was very upset. Clearly, he was. This was not
very emotional.
Yeah, clearly, this was not something that was like. I don't know I don't think he saw it coming. I think it was very last second, and he was very upset. After his speech, Paragon came to the ring and gave him a hug. I think a few others came down to the ring as well.
Yep.
So he relinquished the TNT Championship, and he's going to be gone for an unknown amount of time. He did not disclose his injury. However, looking into it, I guess it happened in a match with Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah.
He took a clothesline, a hard clothesline, and so we don't really know what the injury is, but given his emotional state and what seems like the severity of the injury, it must either be a pretty bad concussion,
head and neck,
or a neck injury of some kind. Yeah.
And he has had history with concussion too.
Yeah. And just like with DB, Bryan Danielson, you receive a certain amount of concussions, and they basically pull the plug, and they say you're not doing this anymore. You're going to be a vegetable. So no more. So maybe that's the case. I don't know. We haven't really got the details yet on Cole's specific injury, but We wish him the best. No one wants to be taken out like that. No one wants to retire like that. We don't know if he's retiring, but it doesn't sound good. That's for sure.
People really like Adam Cole.
Yeah, I love him. He's a great guy. Great matches.
Yep.
It sucks. It super sucks, and I think it doubly sucks if you look back at his decisions. He left WWE on fire and went to AEW and just continues to get injured over and over and over and over again.
Yep. He's completely snake bit.
Yeah. One must wonder what could have been if he had stayed.
And then him and Britt are no longer together.
Oh, really? I didn't hear about that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, he must be in a dark place right now. I feel bad for him.
Yep.
Losing your career and your girl. That sucks.
Yep.
That's like starting from scratch. So keep your head up, Cole.
He does have his Twitch streaming that he does get a lot of support in, so that's he can still stay visible as well as just have that to fall back on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's good.
Yeah. So we wish you well, Cole. Let's get into the match itself. Early in the match, Guevara executed a Spanish fly to Garcia on the floor. Again, I don't like the Spanish fly. It did look nasty, though. With both of them down, Fletcher attempted to finish off Dustin, but Dustin stayed in the fight. Dustin built momentum and hit a crossroads on Fletcher, which got a pretty interesting pop from the crowd. They were like, oh, the crossroads. Interesting.
Yeah.
But Fletcher kicked out. Dustin went for Shattered Dreams, but Garcia stopped him, only to deliver Shattered Dreams to Fletcher himself. And then Guevara also stopped him from doing it and performed the move on Fletcher. And then Dustin finally hit Shattered Dreams on Fletcher. That's one sore nether region.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And I always love that move. That move looks just so vicious.
Just so nasty. Yeah. Guevara accidentally hit Dustin, and Garcia capitalized on the miscommunication. Garcia fought back with the GTH, but whatever that is. Is that his finisher? But Dustin broke up the pin. Dustin managed to pin Garcia with an inside cradle to win the match. Dustin broke down crying in the corner as he was handed the championship. Guevara hugged Dustin as Dustin's grandsons and members of the Von Erich family celebrated with him in the ring. Yeah. So there was very little reaction for the match itself from the crowd, and to be fair, it was a kind of a throwaway match because there was no build to it. It was just a fatal four-way with a bunch of guys that had nothing else to do. That being said, though, it kind of worked against Kyle Fletcher, I think, because I think he was supposed to win.
100%. I mean, you can see in the prediction, in the results. I 100% thought that he was going to beat Cole.
Yeah. And then at the last second, they're like, well, why don't we turn this negative into a positive and give Dustin Rhodes his first singles championship in AEW.
And that's the more I thought about it after the last few days. Adam Cole came out and did that. I think they needed to make that into something good, and giving Dustin that title in that match in Texas, was a good switch to do.
Yep. The only thing that kind of sucked was that Dustin didn't really have a whole lot of parts in the match. He was kind of protected.
Now that was his second match of the night, of the day.
And he's up there in age, so maybe that's a good idea to protect him. But yeah. So
he's Dustin 3 belts. Now
I don't think it will last very long, though.
Yeah, I was about to say that does kind of suck for him because he's probably not going to have too long of a reign. I don't know if I think
Kyle's got to take it from him, right?
Yeah, I mean, Kyle will be okay. They're strapping a rocket to Kyle. I mean, he's a stud. He'll be just fine. I think it'll happen on a TV, probably on a Collision on TNT. I don't really see that as a pay-per-view match at Forbidden Door because I think that's the next pay-per-view.
No.
I don't see it as a Forbidden Door match. I think I see it as a
You
TV
might defend
match.
it at Forbidden Door.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I think the whole concept of an AEW match, person against another company person, has kind of gone by the wayside as the years have gone on for that. But I mean,
It's
we'll
not
see
quite a
how it
Forbidden
is.
Door anymore because they regularly like come in and out. So
Yeah,
yeah. I think that pay-per-view needs to be shelved. Honestly,
yeah.
it's kind of boring. Also, I will say it every time I see Kyle Fletcher wrestle until he changes it. His finisher needs to be that haluva kick because he does it better than Sammy.
Yeah, he does.
That haluva kick in the corner is
You
just
don't mean
insanely
Sammy
good.
Guevara.
No, Sami Zayn. Yeah, he delivers that kick so well, but he overuses it. I'm like, protect that move. You do it so well. That should be your finisher. So I will always vouch for that, and hopefully he hears it from somebody sometime. All right. I don't have much to say. I will say I still love Daniel Garcia's entrance theme. It's so catchy.
It's very clubby.
It is clubby. Yeah,
It's clubby.
Great. And he had a good hug with Adam Cole on the stage, which was cool too.
He did, yeah. And the whole thing with Sammy Guevara looking at Dustin with the look on his face after the match, almost like he was contemplating turning on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how significant that would be since they're just Ring of Honor champions.
I mean, the fact that Sammy's a face at all is strange to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd even booed him, and he's from Texas.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you guys doing? Why is he a face? So,
and they were so high on him at the beginning of the company for the first few years.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what happened with him. I think he's still really good, so I don't know.
I have my thoughts.
Okay. You're not gonna share them?
I mean, the whole thing when he got sent away to sensitivity training or whatever with because of what he'd said about Mercedes on a podcast however many years ago.
He is a little immature.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
That Mercedes is in the company and he really hasn't been on AEW TV since she's been in the company. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Keeping them separated.
But, I'm sure he's grown. He's matured. He's married. He's got a new baby. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's a good person.
Yeah.
Could be on TV.
Still around.
Yep. He's still around.
He's on pay-per-view.
Yep.
So. All right, let's move on. How do we do on predictions?
Predictions. Even with the switch of the match, we both thought Fletcher was going to win. I put 7 on it. You put 5 on it. So we both missed some points. And as far as the bonus question, the old who was going to eat the pin? Who was going to lose the match?
Well, that won't work. I guess it's null.
No, because we changed the bonus question to.
Oh.
Yeah, we changed it to who was going to be pinned of the 4 people who was going to be pinned.
And it was Garcia.
Well, it couldn't be me because I picked Dustin was going to get pinned. He's the one that did the pinning, and you picked Sammy.
Wow.
We both missed. We both shot blanks on that question, on that match.
Yep. Pew, pew, pew. The miss is real. All righty. Let's see. What was next? Next was the Young Bucks versus Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay, and the Young Bucks' EVP titles were on the line. And if Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay lost, they would not get a championship match again for at least a year. So let's do our rating. All right. I can't tell if you're thinking or if you're ready.
Thinking.
I think he's thinking.
Thinking.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Going down. All right.
3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. Interesting. All right.
Here's a 7.
Yeah. All right. This was a long one. Bear with me, sir. Will Ospreay had an Assassin's Creed inspired entrance, while JoJo Offerman sang before Swerve's entrance. I didn't think either was all that great. The Assassin's Creed entrance was too long, and I don't know who they keep hiring for these like stunt things, but they're not very good.
It's like a little parkour troupe.
Yeah, they're not very in sync, and they kind of, I don't know, they just miss cues. They're not very good. They had the same problem at the last time you did an Assassin's Creed entrance. I was like,
which I think was All In last year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, very weird. And JoJo Offerman singing a weird song. Like I didn't know the significance of that song before Swerve's entrance.
So that song was the song that Swerve came out to back in his indie days before he signed with WWE.
Oh, okay.
It was an old Shaka Khan song.
Yeah. Okay, that's more fair then. The Young Bucks had an entrance spoofing George Washington's crossing of the Delaware River, where they got into like a boat.
That was way too long.
That was way too fucking long. Way too long. I'm like, I mean, the idea of it was cool with the boat looking like it was surfing over the crowd. Yeah. That was kind of a cool thing. But then, like, it stopped halfway and, like, rose 6 feet. And I was like, why is it raising and standing still? And then it came back down, and then they walked to the ring. Yeah, it was too long. They should have came out first, in my opinion, just to get that over with, because that was a long, long time. Let's get to the match. The Young Bucks gained the early advantage, forcing Ospreay and Swerve to regroup on the outside. Ospreay and Swerve got in some offense, but struggled to build momentum. The Bucks worked over Ospreay until Swerve was able to tag in. Ospreay and Swerve hit stereo sky twisters. Is that a name? The Young Bucks regained control. After all 4 men exchanged kicks, the Bucks delivered dueling Canadian destroyers, but both Ospreay and Swerve popped back up and hit the hidden blade and house call kick, respectively. All 4 men down, receiving a standing ovation. I will say that was a great spot. Just a good 20 seconds of counters and boom, 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 boom moves. That's very AEW and
very AEW.
It's very cool to see.
The sickos love it.
Yep, I liked it. I thought it was cool.
You're a sicko.
I am. Sometimes. Ospreay and Swerve delivered styles clashes simultaneously, but both Bucks kicked out. I thought that was a really cool... Yeah. I thought that was a really cool segment, though, or spot, though, because they did the styles clashes, and then they kind of leaned against each other for support.
Yeah.
I thought that would have actually made a really good finish. So I kind of think I would have preferred that finish, to be honest with you. Ospreay and Swerve double-teamed Matt, but Nicholas made the save. Prince Nana was near Nicholas, and Matthew delivered a low blow to Ospreay. The Bucks hit Swerve with a TK driver on the floor. Back in the ring, Nicholas hit Ospreay with a hidden blade. The Bucks double-teamed Ospreay, but couldn't finish him off. Swerve was able to save Ospreay from a... It says a BTE trigger, but isn't it an EVP trigger?
Not anymore, it's not.
Yeah.
But yes, it was a EVP trigger.
It was an EVP trigger. Yeah. Ospreay accidentally hit Swerve with the hidden blade. The Young Bucks delivered the EVP trigger. Now it's the EVP trigger. Good job. Good consistency, no DQ.
Yeah.
But Ospreay kicked out. The Bucks then hit Ospreay with the TK driver, but Ospreay kicked out again. The Young Bucks delivered multiple super kicks to Ospreay until Swerve started taking the hits for him. That was a really cool spot where Swerve kind of sacrificed himself to save Ospreay. That was kind of a cool,
That was a
cool
throwback to
storytelling
when
moment.
Ospreay did that for Swerve and took
Yeah.
the sneakers with the thumbtacks.
Yeah, good
The
storytelling
face.
there.
Yep.
Swerve eventually managed to fight back, and Ospreay hit the hidden blade. Swerve and Ospreay gave Matthew a swerve stomp pile driver, but he kicked out. Ospreay hit another hidden blade on Matthew, but Nicholas broke up the pin. After neutralizing Nicholas, Ospreay and Swerve delivered a dueling hidden blade house call kick to pin Matt Jackson. No longer EVPs. And that's all she wrote. So yeah, I thought it was a good match. Good storytelling. A little bit too much of that, impossible kick out stuff that I don't like in AEW, like Ospreay got super double team moved like 3 times in a row and kicked out, and I was like, okay, guys,
Yeah, sometimes they do that a little too much.
A little too much.
I mean, that's what you just got to accept that's what you get with AEW matches.
That's the
with
sicko style.
And, yep, Ospreay and Swerve, and
yep.
That's what they do.
But overall, I thought it was a good match, and it served its purpose, and we no longer have the Young Bucks in power anymore.
Yep, and I don't know if you will see it on highlights of Dynamite, but they played that up on Dynamite last night.
Cool.
They arrived in a Uber, had to get their own bags out of the back. They, when they came out for the match, they came out to their music. They did their little pose expecting pyro, and there was no pyro. Their music stopped, and then on the Tron, instead of their Tron video, it just said Matt and Nick. And Justin Roberts had a new entrance form, a new announcement form, and they're just gonna
embarrassed.
I mean, they're bum ass Corbin. Now they're the bum ass Bucks, pretty much. So
yeah,
I mean, it's it'll be entertaining for what it is, and they'll do their job with that and live it up like that, whatever that turns out to be.
I don't have much else to say.
Yeah, I mean,
it did its job.
Pretty much what you expect. A nice 25-minute high spot match with a lot of super kicks, a lot of pile drivers, a lot of double team moves, and not a whole lot of psychology, and not a whole lot of whatever. Very very AEW match.
Yeah. So. Just too long about the entrance for the Young Bucks. That was ridiculous.
Yep.
All right, how do we do on predictions?
Well, I thought Swerve and Ospreay could survive a year without fighting for the titles. There was plenty of stories, plenty of stuff there for them. So I picked the Bucks, and you picked Swerve and Ospreay. So you got 6, and I didn't get any.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Yeah. And I've stopped putting what we bet and got wrong for the drama. Since we're on the last, since we're kind of on the final stretch. So you got 6 and I got 0.
Okay. And what was the bonus on this one?
Bonus on this one was there going to be a ref bump?
And there wasn't, I don't think.
There was not one.
Oh, yeah.
They had the skeleton ref, Rick Knox, who kind of does take bumps. Yeah, he looks like a corpse.
He does.
Yeah. Hey,
well, that's going to make it into the YouTube clips for this week.
Yeah.
He looks like a corpse.
Hey, he's corpse ref. We both thought yes, and there was not one.
Yeah, that was surprising.
I should have known better. This was an AEW show, not a WWE show.
Yeah.
A ref bump
They
is
don't.
almost a given in a big match in WWE.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next match, which was the women's casino gauntlet match. Let's do our
Let's see. What have I got
rating. All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, let's get to the notes here.
Oh, you thought this one was worse than the men's.
Mm-hmm. I will explain. All right. So Chris Statlander and Megan Bain started off the match. Willow Nightingale was the third entrant and went right after Statlander. Tay Mello, is that how you say her name?
Yes.
Was the fourth entrant. At this point, Penelope Forward interfered to try to help Megan, but Harley Cameron stopped her. Harley, along with Anna Jay, chased Penelope away so she would stop interfering with the match because, Jesus, she was interfering in the match constantly.
Yes.
It was annoying. Is it Tekla?
Tekla, yeah.
Tekla was the fifth entrant. Julia Hart, accompanied by Sky Blue, was the sixth entrant. She got a big pop, Julia.
She did.
Yeah. And Sky quickly interfered. Queen Amanita was the seventh entrant.
Nata. Queen
Amanata?
Amanata.
Amadala?
Amanata.
Amanata. Okay. You're not what?
Amanata gonna win.
The setup and the execution. Mina Shirakawa was the eighth entrant.
Or as Jim Cornette calls her, Queen Waiata.
Queen Waiata?
Waiata, yeah.
Wow. Athena was the ninth entrant and cleaned house. Thunder Rosa.
She got a big pop. Well, Athena and then Thunder.
Athena got a big pop, and then Thunder Rosa got a decent pop too, yeah.
Both from Texas.
Yep. In her AEW debut, Shuri,
I think.
Shuri was the 11th entrant. Alex Windsor was the 12th entrant. And all the women started brawling around ringside. Statlander powerbombed Megan onto a pile of women outside the ring. That was nasty. Megan's a big woman, man.
She is. She's stout.
So that was pretty nasty. And then back in the ring, Athena scored the pinfall victory on Mina Shirakawa with her finisher, the O-Face, which I still can't believe is her name of her freaking finisher. So I didn't know 80% of the women in this match, which kind of took away from it for me. I'm like, who's that? Okay. Oh, who's that? Okay, I think I know that one. Okay. I just really didn't know. And then that at the beginning with that interference constantly from Penelope, I was like, oh my God, this is annoying.
Penelope and Sky Blue getting
it was
in.
Brutal. I'm like, okay, guys, like, you know, I understand it's no DQ, but like, why does she keep popping in and doing stuff? Why doesn't she just join the fucking match? Like it was just annoying, you know. And I know that was the purpose of it, and that's why they got, chased away, but it's like it was just not entertaining. It was annoying. And then, because I didn't know who most of these women were, there really were only like 2, maybe 3 people where I was like, oh, okay, one of these are going to win. It was very few people where I was like, that have a chance of winning. I was like Megan Bain, Chris Statlander, and probably Athena or Mina. And then the rest were like, no way. Even Thunder Rosa, I was like,
no.
I don't know. I was like, no, she's done at this point.
Willow, Statlander.
Willow, yeah.
Athena. Um, not Megan, because she's tied to Penelope.
Right.
And I'm assuming any day they're, going to announce that there's going to be
The women tag
tag
titles.
titles. Yeah.
Ugh.
Not
Yeah.
Julia,
Because that.
because she's with Sky. Um, yeah.
It just didn't land for me. It was fine. Which is why I gave it a 5. It was fine.
I thought it was
You know.
better than the men's.
Wow.
The spots were better. Still the same problem with the men's. It's random timing.
Went on way too long.
You could almost kind of predict who was going to come out. Tekla
Yeah.
and Amanada. I kind of pictured coming out exactly the way they did. Just, I thought the action was better in this one. Maybe some. I mean, there were definitely some surprises. The two. I didn't know who Shiuri was, and Alex Windsor, I knew she had signed. That's Will Ospreay's fiance, so it was just a matter of time before she debuts. So that wasn't really a surprise. I was, pleasantly surprised that it was Athena that won. I mean,
Especially considering she's ROH champion.
Yeah, I mean, she'd been on TV on Dynamite or Collision a few times, but then just disappeared after she had the match with, or did she have the match with? Yeah, she had the match with Mercedes in the Owen tournament. Then she just disappeared off AEW TV after that. So I'm glad that she won.
Mm.
She's getting some shine that she deserves.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with the winner.
But it's, what's gonna, she cashes in whenever that is, and maybe she'll win the title, maybe she won't. I don't know. They just don't have a good history of women's division booking in that company, so it's hard to really look to the future for that.
I think both the gauntlet matches have a similar problem of AEW has a large roster, but they don't have a lot of star power, and they need to start working on that real quick, because there's a few big stars on that roster, but for the amount of people they have, they need more. They need more stars, and but yeah, I was entertained, but I was also kind of bored, so it was fine. How do we do on predictions?
Predictions. You thought a non-entrant was going to win. You thought Britt was going to return and win. I thought Willow was going to win. So we were both wrong, and so we both did not get any points.
Wow.
No points. No points.
I have no idea what the bonus was on this one.
Bonus was, how many entrants will there be?
Oh, wow. And there was
12.
Yes.
We both got it wrong.
A lot more than I probably thought.
Yeah. We both picked 7.
Wow.
After Collision, they had a all-star tag. Their whole new thing now is all-star tag matches on TV. There's always a 6-man or an 8-man tag. But on Collision last week, they had an 8-women all-star tag match. So you could kind of form from that there were going to be at least those 8 in the gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
Yeah, in the gauntlet, plus the 3 or 4 that came down, or plus the couple that came down after the match ended. So kind of going into it, I kind of figured there was going to be more than 7.
Gotcha.
But that was after, of course, our predictions. So
yeah,
we both got it wrong.
Alrighty then. Next match was the AEW World Tag Team Championship Triple Threat, with the Hurt Syndicate defending against Jet Speed and the Patriarchy. People are going to hate me for this one, I think. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, okay. All right. We weren't too far off. All right.
Now, mine also includes the after match shenanigans.
Yep, me too.
So I added for that.
Okay. I didn't really think about it. I just looked at the whole thing and went, "Yep, I'm a 4." I'll get to why in a bit. All right, so FTR provided guest commentary for the match, which is interesting. MVP joined rappers Smoke DZA and West Side Gun for a live performance of the Hurt Syndicate's theme song, which was absolutely terrible.
Yours was 4, right? By the way.
4.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. That.
Although MVT did some rapping though, which was kind of cool.
He did, yeah.
I had no idea though that there was one dude who went, "We hurt people."
We hurt
in that
people.
song. I thought it was a woman, but no, it's a dude.
It's a dude.
Oh man, we hurt people. Yeah, so that entrance sucked. That was bad. That's one thing AEW really needs to work on. WWE has had some amazing entrances over the course of its history. AEW, it tries. Remember the drummer?
Yeah, it was in Swerve's entrance, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
The fuck was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've had a history of some pretty shitty special entrances. So they need to work on that. All right, the match begun with everyone brawling, and MJF took a cheap shot at Bayley to help the Syndicate gain the advantage. Jet Speed used their quickness to deliver some offense, including some dives to the outside. However, their momentum didn't last as Knight was sent into the steps by Benjamin, which looked real fucking nasty, by the way. Benjamin continued his dominance by delivering a German suplex to Bayley over the top rope onto the other competitors. Jesus, that looked crazy. Just nasty.
Yeah.
Back in the ring, the Hurt Syndicate continued to punish Bayley, but Christian prevented a pin attempt. Christian attempted a pin on Knight, but MVP provided a distraction to stop the count. Lashley pushed Christian into FTR and pie-faced Dax. FTR climbed onto the apron, but were knocked off by Christian when Lashley countered the kill switch. Lashley then pinned Christian with a spear to win the match. After the match, a confrontation occurred between FTR and the Patriarchy. However, Nick Wayne turned against Christian by delivering Wayne's World. The fact that I'm even saying some of these words just
Wayne's World
offends me sometimes. Nick Wayne was about to deliver a concerto to Christian with the help of FTR and what's the short black guy's name?
Kevin Knight.
No.
Stokely.
No, it wasn't. Stokely. Yeah, Stokely.
Big Stoke.
And Mama Wayne was
Mama
in there.
Wayne.
And someone else was in there too, a blonde guy. I don't know
Kip
who he
Sabian.
was. Okay, there we go. Kip Sabian.
That's Mr. Penelope Ford.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nick Wayne, along with all those, were about to deliver a concerto to Christian when Adam Copeland made his entrance and returned to save Christian. Copeland used Spike to clear the ring. Copeland stood over Christian, but first,
he had to go to run to both sides of the stage and get.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
And stop to get his pyro.
Yeah, that was so stupid.
That was absolutely ridiculous.
That was so dumb. So dumb. Meanwhile, Christian's like dead in the ring from a concerto or 7. Yeah, that was stupid. I noticed that too. I should have brought that up. Good call. But then, he eventually got to the ring, used Spike to clear the ring. He stood over Christian, but then dropped Spike and helped him up. And Copeland said into the mic, "Go find yourself," to Christian.
Throwback to when Christian told Copeland to go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Go find yourself. Okay, so let's talk about the match first. The match itself was okay. There was a couple of problems with it, though. It was a little slow. The crowd wasn't really super into it. Why are you laughing at that? I was calling it slow.
No, my problem. I said that. Yeah, I agree. There was a problem with it. It had Kevin Knight and Spitball Bailey in it. I just cannot take them seriously.
I like Bailey. Kevin
especially
Knight,
against
eh,
the Hurt Syndicate.
yeah, there was just a 0% chance of them winning for sure.
I just
Um,
I can't take them seriously at all.
There was also a really stupid spot in the match where Bobby Lashley just changed corners and the ref was fine with him tagging in.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is that? That's not, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't just switch corners. And even the commentary was like, is that allowed? I don't know. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. It's referee's discretion. I'm like, fucking, you can't switch corners.
No.
It's so stupid. I was mad at that. That was so. I hate shit like that. Yeah, the ending was fine. You know, the Nick Wayne turn was fine.
I thought it was going to be Christian turning on him.
Yeah, well, given your educated guess a few episodes ago that Edge and Christian were going to reunite, I was like, well, the bad guys have to turn on Christian. You know, Christian's got to look like he got screwed. So I get this is why they did that. Although I do fear now for Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian and Mama Wayne. Where is anyone going to take them seriously? Like,
not as that group.
I don't. Yeah, how does that go? Like, are we going to see Edge? We're not going to see Edge and Christian versus Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. It's got to be Edge and Christian versus FTR.
FTR, yeah.
So
that's what's going to happen at All Out.
So it's like, what does Nick Wayne do? He's just go off to ROH, guys.
Yeah,
Peace.
yeah. I mean, he is the Ring of Honor pure champ or TV champ. He's one of those champions. So he can go be himself in Ring of Honor.
Yep. My only real problem with the match, besides all the other stuff I've mentioned, was this match really wasn't about the tag team champions.
Right.
It's like your tag team champions were supposed to be the spotlight, and the end of the match had nothing to do with them.
Yep.
They just won and got the fuck out of there.
By the end of it, all you've got is Copeland and
Christian.
Yep, Copeland coming back and Christian. I mean, and it wasn't even about Nick Wayne and them turning on Christian. It was Edge coming back or Copeland coming back for FTR.
Yeah. Very strange.
Yep.
Yeah. Bad booking. Just didn't make any. I mean, it makes sense, but it also puts so many people in just bad positions. So it's just. Yeah. All right. How do we do on predictions?
We both thought that the Hurt Syndicate were still not going to lose, and so me 6 and you 4. Oh yeah, and then when Copeland came down with the bat, when he threw it and when he dropped it down, so he could help Christian up, you could see like some of the nails like fold over due to the weight of the bat. So yeah, it definitely looked like at least some of them were rubber nails.
Let me check the.
Like
I missed this. Let me. Okay, I'm looking at him holding the spike. I'm not putting this on the view screen just because I don't know if we'll get copyright struck. Oh, it's not. It wasn't in the video.
We're looking at YouTube.
He did. Yeah, it was for AEW posted Edge's return, but he was holding the bat still when the video ended. Unfortunately.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to rewatch it, but it's fine. I believe you. I just wanted to see it for myself. That's weird. If he wasn't going to use it, then why were they rubber? Weird.
I don't know.
Very weird. Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
But yeah, it definitely looked like they made a rubber or foam or something, and they kind of folded over.
It's weird. All right, how do we do on bonus?
Oh, bonus was a repeat one. Who was going to take the pin?
And it was Christian.
It was
which
Christian.
Is interesting.
I thought it was going to be Nick Wayne, and you thought it was going to be Kevin Knight. So we both got not a.
Christian makes sense given the end of the match.
Yeah.
he had to be left in the ring. So, all right, let's move on to our first of their triple main event, which was the AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm defending against the undefeated Mercedes Moné. So let's do our rating here. Oof, do I take points away for that? Okay. No, I'm good. I think I already mentally did take away points for that, so I'm okay where I am. I'll talk about that later. Ooh, he's having trouble picking a score.
Yeah. I'll go up instead of down. All right.
Ooh. 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right. So, Mercedes was driven into the building wearing a robe adorned with the names of all the opponents she defeated.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yep, cool touch. That big white robe she had. As if you look at it,
with the train.
Yeah, all the names of the people she's defeated in AEW. A vintage Hollywood vignette played as part of Toni's entrance. Always a good classic thing. Also, during her entrance, it was black and white except for red. Anything that was red appeared. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. There was dueling chants as the two women engaged in a feeling out process. Toni got the better of Mercedes and taunted her as Mercedes retreated to the outside. Toni pursued Mercedes and Luther assisted by hoisting Toni onto his shoulders. Mercedes regained the upper hand and took down both Toni and Luther with a Meteora. Mercedes continued her dominance by giving Toni a powerbomb on the floor. Before we continue, how was that interference from Luther not a disqualification?
It's AEW. Because, pal.
Stupid. So stupid. Like, he assisted her twice. Right in front of the referee.
Or at least kick him out.
Yeah, kick him out, do something. But, yeah. Basically, Mercedes took him out of the match. So he wasn't a problem after that. Mercedes went for a frog splash, but Toni got her knees up. Toni built momentum and hit Storm Zero, but Mercedes kicked out. By the way, is Storm Zero not just a, sit-down powerbomb?
Yeah.
Like Jerry the King Lawler used to use? Okay. I'm just checking to make sure I'm not missing something.
I mean, not necessarily a package pile driver. It's just pull them back and drop on their head pile driver.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Lawler used that move. Mercedes, nope, was already there. Right. Mercedes regained the advantage and Toni's nose was bleeding. Toni was able to kick out of the Monet Maker. Toni made a comeback and hit 3 Storm Zeros, but Mercedes kicked out again. Hated that spot.
Yeah.
Hated it so fucking much.
Yep.
You're gonna take 3 fucking pile drivers and kick out? Then your finisher sucks. I'm sorry. I hate that shit.
Yep.
It was a cool spot, but I was expecting her to win after that.
Yeah.
But then she kicked out. It's like, fuck. AEW style. Mercedes countered Toni with the STF. Toni escaped and delivered a hip attack. Toni then gave Mercedes a kiss and pinned her after hitting an avalanche Storm Zero. And still, your AEW Women's World Champion, Toni Storm. And Mercedes Moné receives her first loss in AEW. So I gave it. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So my question.
Yeah.
One of the however many belts that Mercedes was toting around was the Owen title belt for winning the tournament to guarantee the title shot, right? Does that get taken away from her, or does she still get to carry that?
That's a good question. So yeah, I gave it an 8 because the match itself was great, But yeah, it had a couple of spots where I was like, okay, that was not necessary, and that was stupid. Stupid was the triple Storm Zero kick out. The triple Storm Zero was really cool. It was really epic. It was really amazing looking. But her kicking out was absolutely stupid. Cull is distracted. I'm going to wait for him just to make sure everything's cool. Wait for it. He's smiling, so I'm assuming everything's cool.
It was the daughter.
I knew. I figured as much. I just didn't want you to miss anything.
She asked for more blackberries and blueberries.
Oh. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
More healthy food.
That's right.
So yeah, the 3 Storm Zeros spot was cool until Mercedes kicked out. So that was one problem I had, which took away from my rating. My other problem was, how do I say this without getting age restricted? Tony picked up and tombstoned Mercedes, but before she did, she got
a face full of Mercedes.
Face full of crotch? Yeah, face full of crotch.
She got a face full of Mercedes.
I thought that was one step she didn't need to go. You know, she's already doing the kiss thing, kissing her opponents, and I'm like, okay, guys, there is such thing as cheap attention and cheap heat. We don't need to do that, and that was definitely over the line. So I was like, okay, which I know some people may look at me and be like, really, that bothered you? And it doesn't bother me. It was just not necessary. It just didn't add anything to the match.
Yeah, I mean, I watched during the Attitude Era, and that's something you would find in the Attitude Era, and from DX.
Yeah,
it just wasn't the right place for it. I guess I don't know.
No,
maybe it's me being old. Not the right place I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just even the crowd was kind of like, all right,
yeah,
that's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
There was a couple more little incidents like that where I was like, that didn't need to happen. So, it dropped to an 8 for me because of those things, because I was like, this could have been a 10, but you did some weird shit. You did some AEW shit, and it's like,
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was the kickouts after the Storm Zeros. Just
that was brutal.
It did kind of drag by in some spots.
Yeah.
It
was not perfect.
No.
But it was still great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, it was still a great match. Probably Mercedes' second best match since joining AEW, I would say.
Yeah.
I think her one with Chris Statlander, I think, was better, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But still a great match. My biggest question now, though, is where do either of these women go?
Oh, you got Athena Tony now for Tony.
Sure. That's a cash-in, though.
Yeah,
so it's like, what is she?
Yeah, I mean, on Dynamite last night, though, they did kind of a promo off somewhat. The two of them did.
Between Tony and Athena?
Athena, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Mercedes, I don't know what comes out of this for Mercedes.
Was she even on Dynamite?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, maybe she's taking some time.
I mean, yeah, maybe she can take some time off, but she's still TNT champion. Or TBS champion.
TBS champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's got to be some kind of...
You got to lose again, Mercedes.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some kind of story or angle to go for that title. I mean, she can't be off for too long because she's got that title.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony is just... she's gone through the entire roster now, so it's like... It's time to have someone beat her. That's up and coming. And Tony, you should go back to WWE now. I really think I really want her to come back. I mean, she's so good now.
She's got to have a struggle. She's got to have something to overcome.
I mean, yes, but there's so much talent she could work with in WWE now. The women's roster over there is amazing, as we saw at Evolution.
Yeah.
So I think for me personally, in a perfect world, take Tony. You've done everything you can in AEW. Time to take you out and put you in the big leagues and see what you can do. Because I think she's so good. She's just so good. Anyway, how'd we do on predictions?
Predictions. I thought.
This is a long show, by the way.
Yeah. I was under the guideline of bet with Mercedes until she loses. So she's lost, so I can't. I don't know. And you picked Tony, so I went Mercedes and missed, and you went Tony in 3.
Oh, wow.
And I originally did pick Tony, but right before we revealed, I switched.
I remember that. I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
I'm on air. All right. Next match. Only 2 left.
The bonus question.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Would it be win by pin or submission/stoppage?
And it was a
pin. So we both got one.
Nice.
And if you check the chat, our visitor Sim did.
Oh, the rubber spikes?
Yeah, the rubber spikes. You see when?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can see when Christian dragged it. They some of them kind of bent backwards.
What the hell?
Yeah,
that's weird. Huh. Strange. That is strange. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I skipped that part. Because AEW All In was so long, I watched it. I didn't watch it live, so I skipped over all of like the unnecessary to watch parts. Basically, I watched all the whole matches and everything like that, but like between the matches, I skipped basically. Like I don't need to see him posing for the crowd for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. All right, let's get on to the second last match, which was the winner takes all Continental Champion versus International Champion. Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega to crown the first ever unified champion. And I'm going to have a tough time with scoring this one. Oh, man. I think I'm going to take flack for this one.
Probably not. Not for me. Well, depending on how low.
Depending on how low.
Yeah, depending on how low.
All right. I went with the lower of the 2 options that I was thinking of.
You know what? I went double lower. How about that?
Kazuchika? No, I definitely never said that. Kazuchika? Kazuchika. Yeah, I may have said that. Yeah, that sounds like something I would say when trying to pronounce one of these. I've gotten better at it though, guys. Come on, give me some credit.
Yes.
I don't hesitate as much. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I dropped mine 2. I was going to say
Holy smokes. Wow, you dropped 2 points.
I did.
I gotta hear this. All right, so let's get into... Well, this isn't even the right match. All right, so first off, Jim Ross was brought down for commentary. He's not looking so good. I'm a little worried for him, man.
He's had a rough go these last 5-6 years.
Yeah. Lost his wife in that car accident. He's been battling cancer. And
other stuff.
I don't know if you heard, but he also fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about it in some interview or maybe on his commentary show or something. But yeah, he fell and got hurt like just prior to All In, but he made it to the show. But yeah, so this is a dark thing to talk about, obviously, but celebrity deaths have never really affected me specifically.
Right.
Mostly because most of the deaths have been people that were before my time, because they're getting to that age where they're starting to pass away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're still before my time, so I'm not really affected by them. But I'm getting to that age where people that I grew up with watching are starting to pass away. The first one that ever actually affected me was, well, maybe you could guess. It was a wrestling related death.
Piper?
Nope.
Don't know. Owen?
Eddie.
Eddie. Okay.
Yeah. Owen and Roddy were before my time for sure. Eddie, I grew up watching because I started watching at WrestleMania 17. So I did go back and watch stuff obviously after that because I became a wrestling fan. But I watched him for so many years, and then when he unexpectedly passed away, that hit me so hard. I was sad, man, for that. That sucked. The only other one that rivals that was Bray, but Eddie hit me really hard. But now that I'm seeing guys like Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler, and that's starting to weigh on me a little bit watching them, because
I can see
I grew up
that.
listening to these people. You know what I'm saying? Like Jim Ross, he was the voice of wrestling for so long, so many memories of him. Same thing with Jerry. It's like it's gonna be very sad for me when those guys start to move on to the next life, as they say.
Yep.
So seeing him in that state just kind of just gives me a lot of concern for his health and safety, and I hope the best for him because he's Jim Ross, man.
Yep.
He's JR.
He is.
Good old JR. So as much as I give him shit for his commentary at AEW,
Some of it's funny though.
Some of it is funny, and he did pretty well at All In. I will say during this match, I think he did really well. I've given him a lot of shit on this show about his commentary not being that good. I think we gave him like the worst commentary award at our wrestling awards that we did.
Yeah.
But he did really well. So props to him, and I hope he's doing well. Stay healthy, keep fighting, all that good stuff.
For sure.
Okay. Omega had a live performance by singer Jason Charles Miller for his entrance. So they went back to his old new theme for some reason. When he made his return, he had this theme song, and then they switched him back to the battle cry for a while, and now they've switched him back to this new one again. And I'm like, pick one, guys. What's going on? I think people probably prefer battle cry over this one.
I think so.
Yeah. This one's cool. It makes him seem like a god. It's very Final Fantasy-esque. I think it would only really suit him if he was a heel, though. It's a little slower.
Yeah.
So the crowd gave them Okada and Omega a standing ovation when the bell rang. After going back and forth in the opening moments, Don Callis took cheap shots at Omega while the referee was distracted. Okada gained firm control by delivering DDT to Omega on the announce desk. Back in the ring, Okada targeted the abdomen of Omega. Omega recovered and began to build momentum, but was still selling his midsection. The two countered each other, and both men ended up down. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Omega delivered multiple V-triggers to Okada, but couldn't secure the victory. Omega then hit Okada with an avalanche full Nelson suplex from the top rope, but Okada kicked out. Okada regained control and hit the Rainmaker, but Omega kicked out. Rocky Romero provided a distraction, but was stopped by Kota Ibushi. Omega hit the one-winged angel, which looked nasty, by the way.
Yes.
Super good flat impact. It was really good. But Don Callis pulled the referee out of the ring. Another referee came down, and Okada hit the Rainmaker. Wait, didn't I just read that? No, he had the Rainmaker again, but Omega kicked out. The two men traded strikes and attempted to finish each other off, but Okada hit another Rainmaker to finally secure the victory. And your new AEW Unified Champion, Kazuchika Okada. All right, so I have a couple of comments. What did you give it? A 6?
I gave it a 6. Yeah.
Okay, I gave it a 7. I thought it was. It wasn't what I expected. What I had expected was a one-on-one, no interference, go in there and come out with a winner type match.
That's
you know
what I was
saying?
hoping for.
Yeah. But instead, we got a bunch of interference from stupid Don Callis, and Kota Ibushi was at the at ringside, and whatever that other guy's name was,
Rocky Romero. Rocky Road.
It just didn't need all that interference. These two were legends. They needed to just have a match, and it kind of sucks that there was all this kind of like outside interference.
And that was kind of addressed afterwards. The whole thing with the Continental Championship, any match that's for the Continental Championship is contested under Continental Championship rules, which is no seconds to accompany, no interference, no nothing like that. Now, because this
then why was there people at ringside?
Well, that was, that was kind of addressed afterwards in the presser with Don Callis there. Tony Khan said, going forward, any match for the unified title will be contested under Continental Championship rules.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And yeah.
So they just skipped this one.
So
for some reason.
so they just skipped this one. Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Also, the name of that title sucks.
It might make more sense if they got rid of the other two and kept the lineage, but they're not. I mean, on Dynamite, they came out with all 3 titles because Okada had a match on Dynamite, and Callis was holding 2, and Okada was holding, Callis was holding the international and the continental belts, and Okada came out with the unified belt. So they're still holding all 3.
I have to assume that's temporary, but
I would hope so.
I just calling it the Unified Championship, it's a problem because it's just like it was with the WWE Undisputed Championship. It's like now it's just called the Undisputed Championship permanently. It's like it's not though because there's a World Heavyweight Championship on Raw.
Yeah.
So it's like it should just be the WWE Championship, and this should have just been the International Championship. It should have been just pick one of those names.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a bummer. Also, this match was very slow.
It was really slow.
Yeah. The reason I go ahead.
The way that they hyped it up with with the hype videos, the whole the best rivalry, whatever, blah blah blah. Their classic matches that they had so many years ago. I was expecting a lot more. But it was very slow, very methodical, very, dare I say, almost a WWE style match.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I gave it a 7, because I thought the storytelling was decent and the psychology was decent, and they executed every move almost to perfection. They were technically sound, so it was good. It was just slow, and I don't know if that's because Omega's not feeling as good as he once did. Like he's constantly talking right now about retirement,
right?
And that he's coming to the end of the road, and dealing with diverticulitis and all this kind of stuff. And Okada's really not the same. We've discussed that before. He occasionally has this amazing match, but most of the time he's kind of just a slow, methodical, kind of a boring match guy. So I'm just wondering if maybe this is just the evolution of their match, because they're both slower now, and they're both trying to stay safe.
But I guess
I
was just expecting more.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
And that's why I
still thought it was
6.
good. Yeah. I almost went with a 6 myself, so I'm not far off with you at all. All right.
But I think coming out of this, It's I mean, on Dynamite, Okada called out Swerve after his match, so we might be going to see Okada and Swerve. Omega is to the point where he doesn't need to be on TV every week. He can be kind of like the attraction.
He's a Roman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's kind of like an attraction match for his last, however, 1 year, 2 years, whatever it is. He'll just pick and choose. And that's when we go into the predictions. That's kind of why I picked the way I did.
Well, let's get to predictions.
Predictions. I picked Okada, which you were kind of shocked by, and you picked Omega. But I think with my reasoning of why I picked Okada, that's what we're seeing play out. Omega can be that, dare I say, part-timer, special attraction match person, and Okada can have a feud with Swerve, or who I thought it was going to be Takeshita afterwards. I think he's going to eventually drop that title to Takeshita.
Fair. Yeah, that makes sense now, in hindsight, that Okada would have been. All right, bonus.
Oh, what was the bonus? Oh, yeah. Over under time. Which, speaking of time, by the time this ended, I think we were close to a little over 5 hours total for the main show.
We've almost spent 3 hours talking about wrestling,
but
we're keeping pace with AEW.
Over under time on this match, I set at 35 minutes.
Yep.
You picked the over? No, I'm sorry. You picked the under. I picked the over. And it was 30 minutes, 30 seconds.
Ooh, close.
Yep. So it was, no, I'm sorry, 30 minutes, 32 seconds.
Alrighty.
So you got the bonus point for that.
All right. That leads us to the main event, which was Jon Moxley defending his AEW World Championship against Hangman Adam Page in a Texas death match. Let's do our rating.
All right.
Okay. Curious to see your one on this one.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey, we agree. Look at that. No one is more surprised than me.
Really?
That it was a 9.
Oh,
yeah.
You were surprised that it was a 9, or you were surprised that I gave it a 9?
Oh, no. I'm surprised that we both gave it a 9.
Oh, okay.
like we're both impressed by it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this. So Adam Page came out to his old entrance music, which I popped for. I was like, finally.
Yep.
I like both of his entrance theme songs, but
yeah, I like them both.
Yeah. Jon Moxley arrived at the building in a truck with the Death Riders. Tables wrapped in barbed wire were set up outside the ring.
Stop right there.
Yes, sir.
All the other Death Riders already had a match, right?
Yes, sir.
Why did they need to arrive in a car?
With him?
Yeah.
They were because they're a bunch of bitches.
But they were already there. They had already been out there. So why did they need to arrive in a car too?
Yeah, they're just a bunch of bitches.
Well, yeah.
They just wanted to. It might be the final time the Death Riders ride together. So maybe that was the point. Final time you see them all together. We'll see.
Interesting.
Early in the match, Marina Shafir grabbed at Page's leg to help give Moxley the advantage. Page got Moxley in a triangle chokehold and then used a fork to repeatedly stab Moxley's head.
That was
brutal.
Brutal.
Couldn't believe they did that.
Saw somewhat close up video, slow motion. It was squirting out when he was doing it.
Oh,
yeah,
gross. Moxley, you're a freak.
Yes, he is.
Moxley quickly regained control and wrapped barbed wire around Page's head, while Marina Shafir bit at Page. Moxley used a chair wrapped in barbed wire on Page. That barbed wire looked pretty legit as well. That was not rubberized.
Didn't seem like it.
No, they were definitely shortened.
Yeah,
the prongs were definitely shortened, but that looked legit.
Maybe kind of dulled down a little bit because some of the stuff they did. I mean, you would thought
you'd tear flesh.
It would tear flesh. Yeah.
Marina Shafir gave Moxley a bucket filled with broken beer bottle glass. Moxley rubbed the broken glass into Page's face. Moxley also rubbed Page's back into the glass, and the crowd chanted, "You sick fuck."
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Page made a comeback after powerbombing Moxley onto 2 chairs set back to back in the ring. That looked so painful. Dude, as a guy who has horrible back pain, seeing that, I was just like, I'm sorry. That's gotta hurt.
So I watched this match live, and then I watched Great American Bash afterward, 1 or 2 days later. The spot with Ricky Saints and Ethan Page was worse because Saints landed straight on the top part. Mox landed somewhat to the side of it, so it didn't get quite as big of an impact.
Yeah, nasty. Yeah. Page made a comeback after powerbombing Moxley onto 2 chairs set back to back. Okay, I got that. At this point, Wheeler Yuta attacked Page with a chair. Page managed to fight off Yuta, but then Marina Shafir jumped on Page's back. However, Page delivered a Death Valley driver to Marina through a table. So satisfying.
Yes.
Screw you, Marina. Page continued his momentum, but then was attacked by Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. Will Ospreay ran down to make the save, but had to deal with Gabe Kidd. Kidd delivered a pile driver to Ospreay on the floor. Ooh. Holding.
Yeah. Will. All right, continue.
Oh, you're counting.
I am counting.
Good call. Yeah, so Page continued his momentum, but then it was attacked by Claudio and Wheeler. Will Ospreay ran down to make the save, but had to deal with Gabe Kidd. Kidd delivered a pile driver to Ospreay on the floor, and then a chair was wrapped around Ospreay's neck, and Claudio stomped on it, taking him out of the match. After that, Moxley delivered a suplex to Page off the apron through the barbed wire tables on the floor. Back in the ring, Moxley applied the Bulldog choke, but Page escaped. Moxley delivered the Death Rider to Page onto a chair, but Page got to his feet at the count of 9. Moxley was handed a plastic bag to finish off Page, but a Darby Allin video appeared on the big screen with Darby was on top of Mount Everest. He took a video up there for AEW. What a man. What a man.
What a company guy.
Yep. Bryan Danielson then appeared in the ring and attacked the Death Riders. There's something I wanted to note here. The counts. So, because this was a death match, there was no pins, so it was submissions only, and it was like a last man standing match combined with a submission match, basically. And something I've complained about previously for last man standing matches, type matches, is the last second get up at 9 to get in the ring kind of thing, or the last second, they did this very well in this match.
They did. There
was no last second, whoa, I'm alive. It was like, they got up at 7 and started to wiggle and, and made their way up at 8 and then at 9, like, oh, okay. Like,
and then they're up enough to break the count and then fall.
Just enough. And then fall. Yeah.
And then
beautiful.
Collapse,
Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Not this magical rise from the dead shit at 9.9.
Yeah.
Stupid. So good on them for doing that. So after Bryan Danielson appeared and attacked the Death Riders and I believe chased them off, Darby then descended from the top of the building and attacked Moxley.
Okay.
Page delivered a dead eye to Moxley through a table, but Marina Shafir helped Moxley beat the 10 count. The Young Bucks attacked Page with super kicks, and a bed of nails was brought into the ring. Moxley delivered a paradigm shift to Page onto the nails, which didn't look very good, by the way. Oh, no, sorry. They missed something here. Moxley delivered a stomp to Page on the bed of nails, which looked bad.
Yeah.
He, his foot, was, not even on him, and, which, safety first. I'm cool with that, especially given the stupid shit AEW's done over the last year.
Yeah.
With the spike bat and chair shots to the head and all that shit. I'm like, okay. Protect yourselves. I'm cool with that. But then he delivered a paradigm shift Page on the corner of the bed of nails. That looked better. But somehow Page got up, managing to beat the 10 count. Once again, Marina Shafir attempted to retrieve the briefcase, but was suddenly handcuffed mysteriously to the table. And out from beneath the table comes Prince Nana.
Withholding his coffee.
So funny. I laughed so hard. I was like, really?
And he just starts
great.
dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Swerve Strickland appeared and attacked the Young Bucks with a steel chain. Did they? Yeah, I got the Young Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Swerve passed the chain to Page, who used it on Moxley. Page then hit the buckshot lariat on Moxley, causing Moxley to fall onto the bed of nails, which looked nasty. But if you know anything about a bed of nails, you know it's actually pretty safe. It's not going to hurt too much.
Right.
It'll hurt, but it's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Unlike that fucking spike bat. Page tossed Moxley over the top rope with the chain and choked him while hanging him until Moxley tapped out. And your new AEW World Champion, Hangman Adam Page, who opened the same briefcase that they've had this whole time.
It's the same briefcase.
It seemed to be the same briefcase, and the title was indeed inside.
And I will admit that I was wrong.
I'm surprised as much as you, man. I couldn't believe that it was still in there.
That thing fit in there.
It did, just barely, but it did. And he opened that briefcase. He held up the title. Crowd went nuts, and I think a bunch of wrestlers started to come down to the ring and celebrate.
I don't think they did. I didn't see it.
No,
no.
Maybe it was on the replay. Yeah, I think several people came down to the ring. And that's it. So we both gave it a 9.
Yep.
So this is one of AEW's strongest storytelling matches they've ever done.
Yeah.
Probably since MJF versus Adam Cole. They really tied things together. They really told a story. This essentially was the equivalent of WrestleMania 40's Bloodline Rules match.
Yep.
Between Cody and Roman. They did everything nearly perfectly. That being said, neither of us gave it a 10. Was there something in there that you didn't like or could have done better, or what prevented it from being a 10 for you? I know what my answer is. I'm kind of curious what yours is.
I mean, there's just not a perfect match. I think
we've given 10s before.
Yeah, I think I did give a 10 for...
You gave it 10 to the triple threat at Mania 40. Pretty sure. Yeah.
41.
So 10s do exist. And I'm not saying... 41, yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah, 10s, just to be clear on our scale, a 10 is not perfect. 10 is a masterpiece. So a masterpiece can be not perfect. You look at Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21. To me, that's a 10. But is there a problem in that match? Yeah, there was a late kick out that really fucked the crowd over.
Oh,
I'll remember that.
Say something about that later on too, after the matches.
Yeah, sure.
But
yeah. I don't think it was a masterpiece. I think it was so close. But I think what kept it from being a 10 for me was there was definitely some slow parts where I don't know. It felt like they were waiting for something sometimes.
Okay.
I don't really know how to describe it. There was just some odd. It was usually during the interference parts where like interference occurred, and then there was just this like moment of just like digesting it, which is okay, but they waited too long most of the time. It kind of felt like padded out a little bit too much.
Okay.
You know, like the interference in the WrestleMania 40 match all came at the end, and it was 15 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, it wasn't even 15 minutes. I think it was like 10 minutes of like boom, boom, boom. Interference, 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 interference.
Yeah.
Right? This was like the whole match. There was basically like intermittent interference and people getting taken out and swapping places. And
Marina getting involved the whole time. And
Marina got involved 1,000 times.
Even after getting put through a table.
Yeah, it was like, some of that stuff was imperfect. There was just a lot of like little things. But I give them huge credit. This is whoever produced this match clearly should be producing all of their matches.
Yeah, I mean,
they know what they're talking about.
I don't normally like the idea of a Texas death match, just because the ending, for a big event, the event in this case being the title change, you want something definitive.
You want a pin.
You want a pin. You want a 1, 2, 3, and then the crowd cheer.
1, 2. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the normal rules of a Texas death match that you can win by submission like that. But that was the right call.
It is for AEW apparently.
Yeah. But that's the right call for ending that match was by a submission.
Agreed.
Not by a 10 count.
Agreed.
But by a sudden, whether it's a pin or submission like that.
Yeah, it needed to be definitive.
Really good. Yep.
Yeah. I do think that they could have waited a little bit longer for the tap out. It was a little quick. They could have choked him for a little bit longer. I mean, this is Jon Moxley. He should have hung in there, almost about to pass out.
Was it?
And then
Gunther and Jay quick?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't quite that quick, but it was pretty quick. But I was kind of waiting for him to start to pass out.
It did look like he was choking him legit, though.
It did. Oh yeah, his lips were turning purple. Yeah. He was clearly holding his breath. He was like, I got to make this look good. So it looked pretty good. I just wish it lasted just a little bit longer to hang on there a little bit. But again, this is all nitpicking. I'm still giving it a 9 out of 10. So that's pretty damn good. Okay, it was an amazing match to watch.
Yep.
I just hope they've learned enough from this that they will continue to use this kind of storytelling in future matches and future pay-per-views, because this is their problem, is that they don't do this. And right now WWE is not doing this either, and that's really annoying too. So, so props to whoever produced the match. You did your company good.
Yep.
You did the wrestlers good. Anything else you want to
add? Not necessarily just for this match. Because there wasn't any in this match, but in general, AEW is really bad about it. Everybody always wants to kick out at 2.999999.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they look late. That the ref has to stop counting before a shoulder gets up. That's just
they need to be careful.
Big pet peeve of mine. And
that's fair.
Both companies are a problem with it. But AEW especially.
Yeah, they wait until like a millimeter off the ground.
I mean, it seems like every kick out is 2.9. And that...
We didn't mention it. The Mercedes match, there was a weird kick out from Mercedes. Remember? She didn't even like kick out. She kind of like went like...
Yeah.
It was weird. It was like, ooh, that was odd. Yeah.
As far as that match, really nothing to add for that match. I mean, it was great.
Right.
It was Cody and Roman.
Yeah, it was the equivalent, for sure.
That type of deal with the interference.
Do this every WrestleMania. Do this every All In. And you got us.
And this one made more sense because everybody involved in it had been part of the
screwed
story
over by
from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, in some ways they outdid WrestleMania 40.
Yep.
I agree. All right. What was our predictions?
So our predictions, it was, we both thought that Hangman was going to finish his story. We were the most confident on this one. So we both got 8.
And you see, ladies and gentlemen, just because it was predictable doesn't make it bad.
Yep.
The execution was there, the emotion was there, the storytelling was there. That's what's important about wrestling. You know, so many people get hung up on how predictable wrestling is. It's not. That's not what it's all about. Yes, a surprise once in a while is great, as long as it makes sense. But it's not the end all be all.
Nope.
Great storytelling and great matches is what it's all about.
I mean, it was a good match, but what made it great was this whole story behind it.
100%. 100%. We got the payoff. All right, what was the bonus?
Bonus was how many people not named Moxley and Page would get involved and interfere in the match.
Oh, man, it was a lot.
And you kind of saw me counting. Marina, all throughout. Yuta, Claudio, Will Ospreay, Gabe Kidd, Bryan Danielson, Darby Allin, Young Buck 1, Young Buck 2, and Swerve. I don't count Nana because he's not an active wrestler.
A wrestler. Okay, fair.
So, 10. We ingredients on that?
Yeah.
The over-under was 7.5.
Okay. I think we both said over?
We both said over.
Okay,
because
I was going to say.
In my head, when we covered that topic, I was kind of going in my head, who is it going to be?
Who
I pretty
are
much
all the people there?
Figured everybody, plus the ops, because the ops had been part of it before too.
But then they got taken out. Yeah.
So, but even still, 7.5. 7.5 was a low bar set. So.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Let's get to ratings first. What did we think of All In?
Ratings, All In.
I'm going to get my title ready because I don't know. I'm scared.
Ratings for All In. Oh, nope, that's Evolution. If you were to just give it one number, what would you give it? With everything.
Probably a 6.
I guess all matches being weighted equally.
Yeah, probably 6.
Okay.
That was above average. It was definitely one of their better shows in recent memory.
So of our total points, our rating points given, we were different by 1 point.
1 full point or 1 point?
1 point. I was
wow
6.67. You were 6.55.
Wow.
So we were 1 point difference between the two.
Wait, does that mean I ranked it higher than Evolution?
Evolution, you ranked higher than Evolution, yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
yep.
I mean, wow. Okay. Congrats, AEW.
Let's see.
That means it was the highest rated of the weekend for me.
I guess. Was it? Let's see. I'll go ahead and pull this up.
There's no way it was SNME. And I don't think NXT would have got higher than a 6 point.
You're at 6.2 for Great American Bash.
So it was.
Yeah. All In
won the weekend.
All In won the weekend for you. For me.
Crazy.
6.67 for.
I think, right?
All In. Yeah. 7.71 for Evolution.
Wow. Yeah.
Great American Bash, I was 6.8.
Wow. Strong weekend, though, overall. Except, Saturday night's main event aside.
Yeah.
Pretty strong weekend. But please, WWE and AEW, don't do that ever again.
Well, we got Heatwave coming up.
One show.
Heatwave is on
against
the
anything?
Same day as Forbidden Door, I believe.
I mean, 2 is okay, but not 4, guys. 4 is insane.
August 25th. August 24th. And
right. Well,
AEW. Forbidden Door 25.
Oh.
Yeah. Same day as Forbidden Door. NXT
Clash in
Heatwave.
Paris is going to be the week right after, too.
Yeah.
Wow. We used to have a lot of breaks between shows, between Wrestling Renaissance shows.
I know.
There was lots of run-ins. Now it's hard to get run-ins in because there's so many prediction shows now. All right. I'm going to have to redo our schedule. All right. The moment of truth. How did we do on predictions?
All right.
Am I still predictions champion? I'm scared. It's going to be close. There's no way it's not going to be within like 5 points, I'm going to say.
1, 2, 3. Oh, no. Starting this main event. I'll just put them all on here. 8 and 2. Evolution. That and that.
I should input a drum roll here. Or like people whispering. Do you think he's going to win? I don't know. What do you think he's going to win?
All right.
It's going to... I'm scared.
All right. Can you see?
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
you have to pull. You'll have to pull it back a little bit.
Okay.
For me to be able to see it. A little bit more.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, because I can only see your side basically. Shift it to. There we go. Now I can see. Okay.
So we start off with Great American Bash.
Yeah.
You won 14-12.
Oh God, he's making this so big.
Then we had Saturday Night's main event. I won 8-2.
Oh God, that hurt so much.
Yep. Then we go to Evolution.
Ooh.
You won 24-19.
Oh God.
Ready? All in 28-21.
Oh.
So
and
your winner by a score of 68-60.
Damn, son.
TJ.
Still your champion. For all the people that thought my last win was a fluke, still your predictions champion, TJ. King of the Jungle, Leo.
And new AEW fanboy. Highest rated show of the week.
Apparently, yeah. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, I would say this is not the end of our AEW predictions.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes. They're still on thin ice with me, This is a great start towards improving the product.
I mean, to be fair, it was their WrestleMania, so it was the big show. We'll see what Forbidden Door looks like.
Yeah, not the greatest show. Forbidden Door's between All In and All Out?
Yes.
Or is All Out first? Wow, that's weird.
Yep. Huh. And then All Out is in September.
It's in Canada, too.
That's
the one I was possibly going to go to, and then I don't remember why. I think it's I don't remember why. There was a reason. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. It's September 20th.
September 20th. I will be out of town.
Oh, right. It's the weekend of wedding. My sister's wedding.
Yep.
That's why I can't go. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That has been part 2 of the Mega Predictions Weekend. Wow, this was a long show. It's a good thing we divided these two shows up. Holy crap! Did not expect it to go this long. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
And I'm at Cole2K on the BlueSky and the X.
If you want to email us, you can do so at co.op.podcasts@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the Co-op Club Discord community server, where you can find myself, Cole2K, Sim31, and so many others talking about video games, talking about wrestling, talking about world events, all that kind of good stuff. Come join us. The link is in the description. Cole, am I going to surprise you here?
Nope. You are not going to surprise
Take us
us.
out.
And that's a wrap on our post-show breakdown of Evolution and All In, where our predictions were only slightly more accurate than AEW's runtime estimate. Seth Rollins blew out his knee carrying Raw, and we nearly did the same carrying this podcast. Evolution gave us Legends, All In gave us Exhaustion, and somewhere in a smoky gym, Goldberg is still headbutting a locker and asking, who's next? Hopefully not Seth's other knee. Until next time, keep your takes hot, your show's under 5 hours, and remember, in this business, you're either all in or you're all speared. Good night.